It's the last weekday game day of 2024 here in the Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference. Tobino and the rest of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans looking to get back in the winning column. Meanwhile, Tagsip and the Farm Fresh Foxies will look to extend their current two-game winning streak here in the Premier Volleyball League. Our games today, it's the Choco Mucho Flying Titans going up against the Farm Fresh Foxies. This Thursday, we are live at the Phil Sports Arena. Thank you for watching us live on Pilipinas Live, One Sports and One Sports Plus. My name is Miguel de Guzman. Later, we will be joined by Alexis Tinsay. Alexis, we're excited for the stories that you have to share with us. And meanwhile, we will be joined also by my partner, Noreen Go. Noreen, good afternoon. Welcome to the PVL.
You know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still tired from the game before this one. What a great game. What a way to open up today's volleyball game day.
Medyo tumaas nga yung heart rate ko habang nagpe-prepare tayo dito. But before anything else, we want to take a look at our current team standings, Noreen. Every game here is important. What are the implications so far?
Well, if you can look at the standings, obviously this round is about seeding because in the next round, 1 will play against 12, 2 against 11, and so on and so forth. So it's important, like you said, to actually place well because you don't want to play against the contenders of the league. You want to be in the middle at least. And in today's game, you will see Farm Fresh and Choco Mucho very close in the standings. And both teams evenly matched. They want to get a win today.
Yes. Choco Mucho and Noreen, we will be talking more about them later. Their current standing is at 2 wins and 3 losses.
Yes.
Later in the broadcast, madalas natin sasabihin yung pangalan ni Cici Rondina, who is one of our league's top scorers. But, you know, someone has to shoulder the load with her in order to help them get back on the winning column.
Well, it is a team sport, a team event. It's very important, like you said, that the others complement Cici Rondina. And, you know, we have to say, Cherry Nunag has been solid, has been steady throughout the year she's been playing. As long as she's healthy, she is a good option. That last game, she scored 10 points. But what's more important than the points, really, it takes the pressure off of Rondina. Defense will obviously focus on Rondina. So if you get the others going, like Rondina, Malaluan, and what have you, I mean, that's going to be good for the offense of Choco Mucho.
Our Alas Pilipinas middle blocker has to go double time, Noreen, in order for them to increase the the contribution that they have for their team. But speaking of double, we're talking about someone who scored a double-double in their previous match, Bertolano of the Farm Fresh Foxies.
You know, she's a good example that if you're given the opportunity to get more minutes or to start a match, you take advantage. Look at her numbers, you know, it's a double-double like you said, 12 points, 12 digs. She has been performing so well this conference, so well off the bench, and when she started, so well as well. And it's good to say that the kids are all right. This kid is all right.
Yeah, we have talked about our supporting cast. You see Bert Bertolano on your screen. Pati pangalan niya, double-double na rin eh. But now, we have to talk about the main gunners of both of these teams. We're talking about Trisha Tubo and, of course, Cici Rondina, who will be part of our premier matchup in today's game.
I love this matchup. You know, these two players have been so explosive throughout the conferences. But more for Trisha Tubo, for me, this is such a breakout conference for her. And if you look at the numbers, 48 points in the last 2 games, 48 points for Cici Rondina, 49 points. But the telltale of the matchup is Trisha Tubo is actually better in efficiency, 53.2%, while Cici Rondina is struggling with 25.9%. But the numbers are the same, meaning it may take its toll physically. On Cici Rondina, she's hitting more balls to get 48 points. But it's such a great matchup because aside from what we see, the happiness, the numbers, we're talking about the best scorer of the league, Cici Rondina, going up against the best attacker or the best spiker in Tubo. So something's got to give.
Yeah, and imagine Tubo is one of our youngest players here in the league, one of the newest additions here in the Premier Volleyball League. Tuloy na natin, Alexis. Earlier prior to this match, I saw you talking to both of the stars in our premier matchup. Share to us, please, what you talked about.
I'm super excited to share about the lore behind this matchup. Hindi lang to match up dahil sa stats nila as of the moment. Actually, it dates back to last year. So the first time that Trisha Tubo played against the Choco Mucho Flying Titans in the All-Filipino Conference last year, she actually had her all-time career high of 34 points. Doon nagbago yung trajectory ng buhay niya. And with that, hindi na niya makakalimutan. But with that match, nanalo si Cici against her. Nanalo ang Choco Mucho Flying Titans. So for this last game of the year, sana daw sila naman manalo this time around and malagpasan pa daw niya ang all-time high. Now I asked CC about this game. Sabi niya syempre gusto niya mag-bounce back from their back-to-back losses. Kasi syempre Noreen and Miguel, mas masarap talaga ang Team Noche Buena kung mag-uuwi ka ng panalo, diba?
Agree.
Tama. And for us fans naman, Alexis, mas masarap panoorin ang game kung saan parehong teams may pinaghuhugutan.
Exactly. And alam mo, sobrang gusto ko talaga ito. Kasi pwede na makipagtsikahan with us. So with that, you can actually answer our exclusive poll on the Pilipinas Live app, and we're still talking about the same matchup. Which ace will power in more attacks? Will it be CC Rondina or Trisha Tubu? You can answer that on the Pilipinas Live app. You can also use the hashtag PVL 2025. Hindi na 2024 kasi last game na natin to of the year.
That's the last game?
It's our last weekday game day before our Saturday matchups. Now, before we head into a break, sit right there, folks, because when we return, we will be hearing more from your favorite PVL superstars. You're watching the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball.
PVL.
Hey PVL,
Hi PVL,
it's giving season.
Uy, Trisha Tubu. Hi, classmate. Madami siyang advantage yung taas yung tumalon. Madami rin siyang variation ng palo.
Ang lakas tumalon. Di ko makakalimutan dito sa batang to is yung nag-fifth set kami. Tapos kami yung nasa harap.
Hindi siya mabilis mabasa. Talagang matalino din siyang player para sa age niya.
Ina-admire ko siya sa, alam mo yun, pagiging matapang niya. Pinoprove niya na kaya niyang makipagsabayan na hindi lahat nadadala sa physical.
Sana madami pa siyang matutunan pa, mag-grow pa siya, and sana ma-discover din siya international kasi I know, kaya niya talaga makipagsabayan.
Patuloy mo lang kung ano yung mga natutunan mo and lahat ng mga nakukuha mo sa mga coaches mo kasi alam naman namin na magaling ka and dahan-dahan lang.
Oh, si
Ate
Ate
Dindi,
Dindin.
Santiago Manaban.
Ina-admire ko kay Ate Dindin is yung pagiging vocal sa team, sa court, and yung kahit na anong mangyari, never niyang gini-give up yung bawat point.
Maliwas matangkad siya. Siya din yung isa sa mga nagdadala talaga nung UAAP hanggang ngayon naman, di ba? Siyempre siya nga rin yung isa sa mga nagdadala sa team nila. So yung pagiging veteran sa loob ng court, yung pagiging lead, parang siya nagli-lead.
My wish to Ate Dindin ngayong Christmas and ngayong conference is injury-free and more blessings to family.
Hi Ate Din! Wish ko for you. Gusto ko lang happy ka ngayon sa bagong team mo.
Merry Christmas, PVL!
Merry Christmas, PVL!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the PhilSports Arena in Pasig and the 2024-2025 season All-Filipino Conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. This is our second and final match for you for today in the preliminary round. For match number 30, let us welcome our Choco Mucho Flying Titans and their challengers, our Farm Fresh Foxies. Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Ms. Josie Del Rosario, FIVB International Referee. Second referee, Mr. Herbert Matematico, Asian International Referee. Let us welcome our starting lineup from our Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Let's begin with our team captain. She wears jersey number 18, Sherry Ann Rondina. At number 1, Maria Lina Isabel Molde. Wearing jersey number 9, Marion Angelique Alba. At number 10, Katrina May Tolentino. Number 17, Lorraine Pecaña. And number 22, Sherry Rose Nunag. Starting libero is number 16, Tony Rose Onset. Head coach, Mr. Dante Alinsunuri Jr. Calling on our Farm Fresh Foxies. Team captain with jersey number 7, Louis Romero. At number 4, Caitlin Viray. Wearing jersey number 5, Alyssa Bertolano. At number 12, Trisha Tubu. Number 13, April Tagsik. And number 16, Riza Cruz. Starting libero is number 17, Janelle Delerio. Head coach, Mr. Benson Bokbok. This match is under the supervision and regulation.
Here's a recap of our starting lineups. Nunag, Pecaña, Tolentino, Alba, Rondina, Molde, and Ponce as the libero of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. On the other side of the court, for the Farm Fresh Foxies, it will be Tagsip, Cruz, Tubo, Romero, Bertolano, Viray, and Delerio as their libero. Good evening, everyone. Miguel de Guzman calling the shots with Noreen Go and Alexis Tinsay. You are watching the 2024 transitioning into the 2025 PVL All-Filipino Conference. We are live here in Pasig City at the Phil Sports Arena. First serve, team captain Louis Romero, targeting Rondina. Alba goes to CC, and she gets the first point of the match.
Well, in the pregame, we were talking about her numbers, her efficiency rate. She needs to work on that. Although it's always, Miguel, easier said than done. You know, if the balls are not perfectly passed, they give it to her. So she goes for a lot of balls.
Viray off speed. Alba was there. CC from the back row, straight to the net.
Like we said, if the passes are not the best passes, they give it to CC Rondina. Which goes to show really that you need to balance out your offense. So as we did say it, to lessen the pressure on CC, not just mentally, even physically.
Nunag's attack, well defended by the Foxies. Ponce, underhand set to Molde, cross court. The dig, Romero to Tubu. We will be keeping an eye on this matchup. Tubu scores for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Boy, Tubu has been steady this conference, scoring in the 20s and consistently. That's what you like to see, you know, her constant progress in this conference.
You see her playing with so much confidence here in the PVL, Noreen, and the Farm Fresh Foxies, momentum is on their side as we look back on their two previous outings where they won against Akari and Zeus.
Yeah, that victory over Akari was a morale boosting victory for Farm Fresh.
Straight sets as well. Now, game is tied at 2. Alexis Tinsay, however, has a report for us. Alexis?
Noreen and Miguel, Christmas is around the corner, and speaking of the holiday season, grabe yung Christmas wish ni CC Rondina. She aims to build a sports complex in Compostela, Cebu, ang kanyang hometown where volleyball is loved and played by everyone. Napaka-heartfelt and bold, diba? From the young to the old, lahat doon mahal na mahal ang volleyball, and she envisions creating a genuine hub where Cebuano players can gather, hone their skills, and inspire the younger generation. CC even hopes na sana yung mga PVL games next time dun na din sa sports complex niya. What about you, Miguel and Noreen? What are your thoughts on the immense talent of Cebuano volleyball players? Back to set 1.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. Now, interestingly, our previous PVL game day was held in Cebu.
Yeah.
We just recently had games in Cebu.
Well, it's not just talent, it's about heart and giving back, and you love that about these players. A lot of them have, you know, these programs in mind.
Yes, and Viray now defends that one. Romero back set to Tubu, challenges the block, and gets the point for Farm Fresh.
So we constantly talk about the confidence or the renewed confidence of Trisha Tubu, and you can see the way she hits. You have tall blockers in front of you. I'm going to challenge. I'm going to get it through.
Tagsip is now at the service line for Farm Fresh. They're up by 2 against Choco Mucho. Targeting Molde. Alba back set to Cat. Check at the net. Romero goes to Cruz. Returned to sender. Bertolano will send this one over. Mars activates Cat again. Overcooks that one.
Boy, these are the opportunities that Choco Mucho has to take advantage of. You're given an open space or just one blocker, you need to put that down.
It's good to see Cat back in action, however, for Choco Mucho. Pecaña on your screens. Tagsip with a serve. Kat tries again. Successful this time.
You have to say that's an excellent set. You know, you really have to get your players involved. You know, Mars Alba knew of the hitting error obviously earlier. I'll give you another chance. You gotta come back to the, you know, get your game going.
Kat serving. Targeting Bertolano. Romero back set to Tubu.
Wow. You know, that's one thing she has mastered.
Let's take a look at this replay by that spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan.
She has mastered that hang time, you know, and she still gets it at the peak of the ball.
Check. Oh no, that sails outside. Point goes to Farm Fresh. But there will be a challenge on the court.
Well, it did look like Isa Molden really went for the high hands there. So yeah, I mean, we will see.
You know, and as we wait for the result of this challenge, Noreen, we were talking about Tubu earlier. Per contact point, we are so lucky to have so much athletic young players entering the league right now, both here in the professional ranks and in the university level.
Yeah. But the challenge, there is no block touch. The contact was too high for Isa Molden. But yeah, I mean, that's why this is the PVL. We have to say it's the Premier Volleyball League. You see all these talents come in, you know, throughout the conferences, and it's just good for volleyball.
Service error there, however, for Tubu. Choco Mucho with a 3-point inside a 3-point hole, trailing the Farm Fresh Foxies 4-7.
Well, they got to string up a couple of points here. You did say they have the momentum. Talking about the Foxies with a 2-game winning streak. So, you know, confidence is an all-time high for them. So if you're Choco Mucho, you don't want them to build on that confidence from the previous 2 matches.
That's right. You know, Molde still at the service line after that attack error by Romero. They have been targeting Bertolano early on here in the set.
Wow.
Smart push from Choco Mucho in that play, Noreen.
Yeah, you know, these setters, when you talk about Louis Romero, you talk about Mars Alba, they're attacking setters. They're very aggressive. If they can score a point, they will. So defense of your opponents, you have to be ready and expect those.
There's a clarification being done with our first referee. Oh, should be called for an illegal attack. That
Apparently
means,
so.
yeah, that means we will be heading into the first technical timeout. Farm Fresh is up 8-5. Arena Plus, astig sa sports. Score now is 8-5 in favor of the Farm Fresh Foxies after Mars Alba was called for an illegal attack by our first referee. Coach Dante, during the break, was clarifying with our first referee, and apparently I think they were able to get the clarification they needed from that sequence. Bertolano now serving. Alba underhand sets to Rondina.
Good dig.
Viray challenges the blocker of Choco Mucho and gets that point. for Farm Fresh.
Yeah, you know, Caitlin Viray, there are times she comes off the bench, she doesn't start, but today you feel that Coach Benson Bokbok wants a strong six to carry this team all the way to a victory.
I'm pretty sure Caitlin is very familiar with the players on the other side of the net, Noreen, as Bertolano overcooks that service.
Yeah, by putting her in, you know, I think that's also a statement from Coach Benson that, you know, I'm going to give you your shot to play against your former team.
Picaña now serving. Good reception by Delerio. Romero goes to Cruz right away.
Well, that's a good sign for Farm Fresh. You know, anyone Louis Romero sets to score. So again, we talk about taking pressure off a certain person. That's the way to go about it.
And that's one of the strengths of Louis as well, Noreen.
Yeah.
Ever since she's been known to activate her middles, spread her attackers, and utilize everyone on the court. As you see in that replay, Alba goes to Rondina. Good dig by Tubu. This will be a free ball, however, for Choco Mucho. Mars tries to convert on the Regalo. Tang goes to CC, rolls it over to the other side. Louis goes to Kate, who had to adjust, and out.
Well, she had the right thing in mind. I mean, her jump was out of sync. Timing wasn't there. She wanted to push it to the corner pocket, but just the execution was all wrong.
Mars Alba serving. Still targeting Bertolano. Romero with a beautiful set to Tagsip.
Yeah, but what about the passing of Bertolano, right? I mean, we talked about her, the double-double, 12 points, 12 digs. Her passing right now, her receiving right now is on point.
Over reception there by Ponce. Tubu makes them pay.
Well, Louis Romero knows who has the hot hands. Everyone is a threat, obviously, but Trisha Tubo is your ultimate first option.
Nunag goes to CC. Checked at the net. Alba goes to Kat. Louis to Trisha. Switches
good save.
hand in mid-air. Delerio to Romero. Combination play.
Oh, good dig. Oh!
Longest rally of the match so far. Molde goes to Kat. Checked at the net. Louis checks the other side. Goes to Viray. Off the hands of the blockers.
You know, she's spreading the wealth. Talking about Louis Romero, making the wings work hard, meaning the blocking of Choco Mucho has been working double time.
6-point lead for Farm Fresh now. Choco Mucho is forced to call a timeout. Let's listen into their huddle.
Okay? Relax muna. Relax lang muna, ha? Hindi nakukuha ng madalian niya. Importante, tama lang yung ginagalaw natin, okay? Okay, pero masyadong relax. Okay? Tamang galaw, pero dapat nag-uusap kung sino gagawin, anong gagawin. Yan, 3 spikers, nalito, alam nyo lang, may pumapasok na, sigaw na sigaw. Kailangan may communication lagi tayo, okay? One step lang muna tayo, then kuha tayo ng momentum sa natin, sa opensa natin, ha? O, sige, go.
Tara! Mucho!
13-7 is our score. Farm Fresh looking good so far. Romero is at the service line, which means the Foxies have a full front line with Viray, Tubu, and Tagsip.
You know, I feel the Foxies are very inspired by the first match between Creamline and Zeus Coffee. Could have gone Zeus's way, but it was a good fight, and their sister team, you have to say, so they want to take from that.
A 5-set thriller between Creamline and Zeus. Let's see if Farm Fresh can avenge their sisters, or if the Ribisco group will go 2-0 in our weekday game day today.
But the Farm Fresh Foxies are looking good so far here in the first set.
That's right. Viray will attack and overcooks that one, however.
It was an out-of-system set, far from the net. Viray just went for it, and yep, that hitting error.
You know, if you look at the lineup of Farm Fresh, Bertolano beside Delerio, grabe rin mag-receive tong dalawang to eh.
Yes.
They are very stable receivers. in their previous matches, which has led to wins for the Foxies. Now, before we discuss the game further, this block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
Mas mahirapan tapos mag-iisip din kayo kung magiging siguro o hindi. Okay? So putulin niyo muna kasi tatlo na yun, kaya kailangan dun tayo sa sigurado. Yes, coach. Okay? Let's go. Let's go tayo, ha?
Okay tayo, let's go, let's go.
Let's go!
Going back to our point, Noreen, after that timeout, let me just echo your sentiments earlier in the match. We were talking about Delerio, Bertolano, who has been stable defensively. And if you give Romero a chance to run your offense, great things are going to happen for your team.
I agree. That's why they still have a 3-point lead, but a mini run by Choco Mucho with great net defense.
Tubu, off-speed attack. Alba will go to Cat. Miss set, but Fang with a good coverage. CC with the help of the net. Choco Mucho sure that they scored in that sequence. And our referee calls the point in favor of the Flying Titans.
Yeah, I think the challenge is going to be a floor touch. Oh, no challenge.
No need.
Okay.
As it was admitted by Farm Fresh as well. CC with the serve. Hits the net. Goes to Viray. Rolls it to the other side. Mars to Cat. Checked at the net.
Good cover, though.
Free ball. Louis goes to Tubu. Off the hands of Molde.
Chance for Choco Mucho.
Mars goes to Molde again. Second try. Romero was there. Delerio to Viray.
Oh,
Another long rally here in set number 1. CC with a good dig. Cat! Exclamation point!
you know, that was a well-earned point for Choco Mucho. You did say the longest rally. Digging was there. And finally, Cat Tolentino kills that for Choco Mucho. Much needed for Cat, I would say.
And just like that, Noreen, the lead is down to 1 for Choco Mucho. CC at the service line. Good reception again by Bertolano. Goes to Viray. Over received by Thang. Louis goes to Tubu. Check.
Oh. Well, that's how it started. Great net defense by Choco Mucho. They're blocking on point, and now we are tied. Are we tied?
Yes.
I think we're tied
Game
at 13.
is tied at 13, Noreen.
Yeah.
CC serving. Over reception. Merry Christmas. Regalo for Cat Tolentino.
First pass of Farm Fresh crumbling here in the middle part of the first set.
There will be a challenge, however, a reaching over challenge.
Throughout the conference, ever since they introduced that reaching beyond the net, I don't think there was much success with those challenges. So slowly but surely, I'm sure the coaches and coaching staffs will actually learn how to.
With the game this tight, you can't take chances.
Yeah.
Yung mga 50-50 balls na ganun, dapat talagang sure ka na puntos ang kalaban. And at the same time, let's take a look at the replay.
No, it is in the middle part by the net.
Coach Benson clarifying the positioning of the ball and where Cat.
There's a gray area there because you saw the ball was right in the
Yes.
center, right, by the net. But the follow through made it look like the hands were over the net.
That's right.
There's a gray area there.
Caitlin Viray now at the service line. Game is tied at 14.
It's a great first set.
Targeting CC. Bia goes to Molde. Checked by Farm Fresh.
Boy, net defense now working for Farm Fresh. Much needed stop. Look at that. Tubo just soared.
You see the focus in the eyes of Trisha Tubu. She wants this win. Romero goes to Tagsip.
Oh, good dig.
Bia. Tubu is checked at the net. Louis goes to Tubu again, and this time that sails outside.
Yeah, you knew Trisha Tubu wanted to hit it off the blockers. Just too much angle in that hit.
Kat with the assist. Tununag at the service line, making sure that the rotation is right. Cherry with the serve. Viray to Romero to Bertolano. Alba goes to Isa. That has been money for Choco Mucho.
Yeah, this time you're seeing the ball distribution of Mars Alba working wonders.
Just like that, Choco Mucho with the lead as we head into the second technical timeout. AP Varsity Channel and Filipinas Live. Choco Mucho with a 1-point lead over Farm Fresh, 16-15 here in set number 1. You're watching the Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference.
Well, we did say, you know, they are evenly matched in terms of standings. Farm Fresh is currently at 2-2 and Choco Mucho 2-3. That's how close they are.
You know, and even if we're just this early on in the tournament, Noreen, every game matters.
Yeah.
Because of our tournament format, there will be a qualification round, which will determine which will determine like how you will be placed in the postseason. Oh, Tagsip, back-to-back service errors there from Nunag and Tagsip.
They give it right back.
Returning the favor. And now we have Kat at the service line for Choco Mucho.
Need a good serve.
Kat now has 5 points with 2 blocks. Viray from the back row outside. Errors haunting the Foxies early in the set.
They had 2 straight errors. One from the service area and one hitting. You know, it's a 2-point lead by Choco Mucho, but these are free gifts coming from the Foxies.
In our unofficial tally,
Oh.
6 so far. And that service ace won't help Farm Fresh as Coach Benson is forced to call a timeout after that Kat Tolentino's service ace. (19-16). Trisha Tubu leading the way for Farm Fresh with 5 points. Kat Tolentino, the leading scorer for Choco Mucho so far with 6.
Well, Coach Benson needed to break the run of Choco Mucho, obviously.
Good reception. Romero goes to Tubu.
The dig.
Alba goes to Isa. Oh. Slips off her fingertips, giving Farm Fresh, a free point.
Well, we're seeing Isa Molde resorting to more drops than hits, than strong hits. But when she was able to get a good approach, she scores. So you might want to rethink your strategy.
That's right. Meanwhile, Farm Fresh, double substitution on their part. Jinko and Casilag will be inserted in the match by Coach Benson.
Well, more veteran smarts there. You know, Elaine Casilag actually has been playing, has been, you know, going around in terms of teams and finding a home with the Foxies.
And they've had a lot of good additions in the off-season.
Yeah.
If you look at their bench, Rad, Turing, and De La Cruz right there waiting to get back into action. Tolentino, and another point scored for the Flying Titans.
Yeah, communication obviously was off in that rally because we saw Hinko and Viray too near each other. That's why you need to talk.
Molde with the service. Good reception by Viray. Jinko oversets that one.
Too near the net. And the woes continue for Farm Fresh. You can see the lead now ballooning to 4.
Slowly slipping away, but they still have a time to make a run. If there's a time, it's now though. Molde still targeting Viray. Cruz pushes it over. Alba goes to CC. And that is outside.
Well, we have to say that's a lucky break for Farm Fresh. One in which they want to embrace and try to score here, make a couple of stops.
Berto at the service line.
Good
Beautiful serve.
Boy, you know, again, given the opportunity to play, she's taking advantage.
And that service ace forces Choco Mucho to call for a timeout. Let's listen in to their huddle.
Okay, isang magandang receive naman yan.
Yes,
Harap ka, ha? Okay, nagko-commit na to, ha? Nagko-commit na rito. Itong bali to, may bakling ka naman. Ha? Aga.
Okay! Good pass! Choco Mucho! Fight!
You know, Noreen, I mentioned earlier De La Cruz, Rad on the bench. But let's not forget Coach Benson, Coach Ed, and of course, a familiar name, Alohi Robin Hardy.
Yeah.
And you'll see it at the bench during the timeouts, very, very specific with their instructions.
Well, you know, the organization, including the fans, you have to be patient, right, with the progress of Farm Fresh. But you see it, that's what's important.
Good strides. Good strides for them as Casilag sends this one over to the other side. Alba with a one-hand set. And Picaña scores for Choco Mucho. Take a look at that replay, Noreen.
There's going to be a challenge, though.
Oh, there was a... From my angle, it looked like a set. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have to clarify that it wasn't.
It looked like a joust at first between Viray and Alba, but Viray just hit it.
And Picaña was there at the perfect time to hit the ball. Another reaching beyond the net challenge, Noreen.
They love that challenge, huh?
We'll see if... To be honest, I haven't witnessed a successful reaching beyond the net challenge. But hopefully this is the first to make this game a little bit more interesting now that the score is at 19-21 in favor of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
So we will be able to educate what it really is all about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it was clarified to me by our team that there has been a successful reaching over the net, but
I mean,
personally,
with the
games that we watched.
Yeah, same here.
So let's see. Let's take a look at that replay.
Oh, I wonder if that was the actual play, the rally that they were challenging, or the one of Pecane.
So, Louis is talking to our technical crew, clarifying something. But I guess we're just gonna let it slide. Des Cheng is in the match for the first time serving for Choco Mucho. A good serve.
Yeah.
Jinko goes to Cruz. Alba to Nunag.
We talked about her at the top of the coverage, and finally she gets a point for Choco Mucho. She had 10 points in that previous match, so you want her to actually improve on 10 and get more sets.
Cheng with the serve, targeting Delerio. Jinko to Viray, who's checked at the net. Delerio, Viray tries again. Casilag will set this over. Cheng sets it up to Rondina.
Still alive.
Jinko to Casilag. Scores for Farm Fresh.
That's what we talk. You know, that's what we say when we mean the experience, veteran smarts. Elaine Casilag just finding the right spot. Nobody home for Choco Mucho.
That's right. Cruz is at the service line for Farm Fresh. Score is 20-23. Let's see if they can close in the gap. Targeting Rondina. Bia goes to CC. She elevates and is checked at the net. Mars goes to Nunag again.
Nunag on the hit out.
That's the way to go if you're Mars Alba, you know. As much as you're so tempted to set it back to CC Rondina, you have to make your opponents guess who you're going to go to.
And an active Nunag means more open space for your wing spikers. But Mars Alba says, no need to set up the last point. Let me take things into my own hands. As you look at that service ace from Mars, finding the corner. We'll be back with more Premier Volleyball League action. Choco Mucho takes set number 1, 25-20. Number 1 against the Farm Fresh Foxies, 25-20.
Well, we have to say, Farm Fresh Foxies started out really well. They started out strong. They're somewhere between the 14, the middle part to the end. That energy that just dipped, and they couldn't regain it. That, for me, that was the biggest factor for the Farm Fresh. But you have to give it to Choco Mucho. They did start out a bit slow, but when they discovered, you know, what they wanted to do, they had to be aggressive at net defense. They had really good blocks to get their momentum going, and They never look back. Let's look at some numbers. The attacks is even. We talked about the net defense of blocking. It's just 3, but it felt more than that because of the stops. Maybe not monster blocks, but that. And then 2 aces, less errors. So overall turnaround for me for Choco Mucho. That's why they won the first set. It was for me when the start, Farm Fresh had clear momentum. But that's one thing Farm Fresh has to learn is how to sustain that.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
You see it also, like once Alba started activating Nunag towards the latter part of the set, that's when things opened up for the Choco Mucho offense, Noreen.
Yeah, it's not like 100.
Yeah.
No, not 100. 100 is OA. 90% to CC.
Yes.
You know, Kat got her sets. Even Molde got her set. So that's what you want to see, greater or wider ball distribution on the part of Mars Alba. She has to learn how to calm herself, you know, as much as if I were a setter, I want to set it to CC.
And to start off our second set, Mars Alba will be serving for Choco Mucho. Let's see if they can take it 2-0 or if Farm Fresh can tie this game up at 1 set apiece. Mars serving for Choco Mucho, targeting Bertolano. Louis finds a way to set it up. That sails outside.
You know, the middles, that connection in the middle, we have to say struggling today. You see Riza Cruz, Tagsip, they can't get a solid hit because of the timing of the set and their approach. They have to discuss it. They have to correct it.
Communication. Louis chases and sets it to Viray. Molde was there. Alba goes to CC, who has to adjust and gets a lucky break for Choco Mucho.
Yeah, her fans will beg to disagree and with that term, lucky break. It's a typical CC Rondina, hitting it off the blockers.
Alba with a good serve. Romero goes to Tubu. Off the hands of the blockers, gets the point for Farm Fresh.
That's one thing Farm Fresh has to realize. You have Trisha Tubu, who's been, what, 50+% efficiency. So, yes, 50+ meaning it's not 100%. She will commit errors, but you have to give her that, you know, that confidence.
The rhythm.
The rhythm.
Alba goes to CC, combination play, check by Bertolano.
Very lazy defense on the side of Choco Mucho. You saw the coverage. Open space, look at this. So you see what we mean. Open space, nobody home. You know, you need to adjust based on your blockers.
Viray with the service, targeting Molde. Bia goes to CC again. Pushes it to the other side. Louis to Tagsip. Sinilip ni Romero. Binigay kay Tubu. Nakapunto si Trisha. Farm Fresh now leads 3-2. Alexis, what do you have for us?
Miguel and Noreen, sinabi nga natin, dikitan talaga ang puntos ng games natin for today. And what a heated set number 1. And for this set number 2, we often talk about setter-spiker connections. Have you heard of the stellar partnership between an outside and opposite hitter? For Bertolano, her role in the back row is crucial, especially with her digging abilities like you guys talked about in the pregame. Since opponents always keep a close watch on Trisha Tubu, Bert knows that if Trisha gets blocked, she has to step up as the knight in shining armor, saving the ball at the back to keep their point conversion alive. But we usually think of spikers as being offense-focused. For Bert, defense is her top priority because offense comes naturally to her. And it helps that Trisha, her partner on the team, brings a high success rate when it's her turn to finish the play. Kayo, ano yung nakikita niyo connection for this game today?
Thank you for that report, Alexis. Good point, no? Alexis pointed out that Bert Bertolano has been taking the defensive load for this team. And Noreen, Choco Mucho has been targeting her from the service line, or at the service line. So that's where their offense starts. Pagka-receive niya ng bola, kung tama yung hatid niya kay Louis, that's where they can start running their play. So,
yeah.
Good job, Bert. Thanks for stepping up for your team. You definitely need it. So, Tagsip right there. Talking about Bertolano. Sends this one over.
Oh, good defense by Farm Fresh.
Tubu has been hot to start this set. 4 points now for Trisha Tubu in this set alone.
Well, she had again, stellar matches prior to this. A little bit of errors, you know, in that first set, but again, a 53% efficiency. That's crazy.
9 points so far for Trisha. Alba goes to Kat. Cross court, good dig. Bert checked at the net. Good set by Louie. Read well by Nunag.
Yeah, again, the connection struggling there for Louis Romero in the middles, and read well. Nunag was just all over that. But again, a discussion needs to be made.
Take a look at that block. This block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
Through the block, Bertolano.
Bert challenging the blockers of Choco Mucho in that sequence.
Remember, she's not just about defense, as she's an excellent defender, but she can hit as well, right? We did mention double-double.
12 points in their last outing against the Sus Coffee Thunderbells.
Through the block.
Now that's a better hit from Isa Molde. We saw the approach and the power in the follow through. That's what we're saying, you know. Maybe you want to rethink your strategy of dropping and go for the strong hits.
Kat Tolentino serving for Choco Mucho, targeting Bertolano.
Another
Louie
great pass.
to Tubu. Good up by Cici. Isa will roll this to the other side. Berto. Mars goes to Cici, who had to adjust. Scary fall in that sequence, colliding with Pecaña.
Well, you know, Cici Rondina, whatever works, she's going to go up. She's going to try to hit it. She's going to collide, but she's going to stand up.
Bertolano at the service line for Farm Fresh.
Oh!
3 points.
Yeah, took some pace off of that and paid dearly.
Let's see if Molde can do some damage at the service line.
For the Flying Titans.
And then you see why Choco Mucho is targeting Lai Bertolano. You're gonna make her work double time, so she'll get tired faster.
Yeah,
Through the block.
that's right.
First technical timeout, 8. Farm Fresh.
And with that attack, Farm Fresh now holds a 2-point lead over Choco Mucho. NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live. After the first technical timeout, the Farm Fresh holds a 2-point lead over Choco Mucho, 8-6.
Yeah, for Farm Fresh, it's a great response. You know, you lost the first set, but you're back in it in the second set. Now the question and the challenge you want to pose to Farm Fresh is, can you sustain it? You know, that is the biggest challenge.
Good serve by Cruz. Cici elevates and scores for Choco Mucho.
Now that is classic Cici Rondina for you.
Take a look at the spike of the set, which is brought to us by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
And she just makes it look so easy.
Good reception by Bertolano. Tubu from the back row. Mars goes to Nunag. Their connection has been money for Choco Mucho, Noreen.
And when this happens, you see the back-to-back points of Choco Mucho. That's when they get going. You know, if you're Farm Fresh, you want to have some stops at this point.
And I don't want to jinx it, Noreen, but Choco Mucho is playing more fluid in this game compared to their previous matches. Good drop by Louis Romero.
Yeah, that's just smart. Acknowledging who your opponents are at that rotation. She saw Pecania, the middle blocker, manning the back, so I'm gonna drop it to her.
Good serve there by Louis. Cici off the hands of the blockers.
9-all.
Well, she had ample time to rest, we have to say. Not 100% of the sets were given to Cici Rodina. Now she's putting more power. She wants to take over.
6 points now for Cici. Mars with a good serve. Delerio goes to Tubu. Challenges the blockers. Good coverage.
Yeah.
And Viray scores for Farm Fresh.
Great exchange for both these teams. But what you like more for Farm Fresh, you see the fight in them, you know? Cici gets a point, fine, we'll get a point.
Serving for the Fox.
Kate Viray now with 3 points. Serving for Farm Fresh. Mars goes to Nunag, checked at the net. Back set to Cici.
Oh,
Dina into the hand of
And
Tagsip.
this time, Farm Fresh solves her spike.
well, you see, because of good ball distribution by Alba, Tagsip was actually there, but not well established. The form wasn't like blocking 101 for you.
Cici,
Serving.
high efficiency here in set number 2. Tubu,
Good save.
good save by Kat. Louis goes to Tagsip. Kat off the hands of
good
the
save.
blockers. Good save. Tubu challenges the blockers, and it's good for Farm Fresh.
Well, you know what's good about this set? You see both sides. If the blockers are not well established, they take advantage. That's what you want to see. No, you're more forceful, more aggressive with your attacks.
Tagsip now at the service line for Farm Fresh. They now have the lead, 11-10. Bia receives it, Cici from the back row. Kate goes to Tubu. Off the hands of the blockers.
Oh, good save.
Rondina chases it. Runs out of... Oh, ball is still alive.
Still alive.
Berto, Louis, Cruz pushes it. Rolls over the net and scores for Farm Fresh.
That's why we always say don't stop unless the first referee blows his or her whistle.
Who would have thought? Take a look at that replay. Nunag under the net.
It's a good thing Lai Bertolano actually was still...
Attentive.
Yeah. That would have been a painful point against them.
Tagsip targeting Moldes. Cici from the back row rolls it over. Louis to Trisha. Powerful push, but that sails outside.
Trisha,
There's a challenge.
she wants a challenge.
She wants to have Coach Benson. Oh, calling for a block touch challenge, but
Yeah, Molde admits.
yes. We've seen a lot of honesty
Ball touch.
in both of our games today.
No, they don't want to prolong the match because we will see in the challenge that it was a block touch.
Tagsip. Serving.
Tagsip still at the service line for Farm Fresh. 3-point lead now for the Foxies.
+1.
Straight to the net,
Flying
however.
Titans.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't want to see. You know, you work so hard for your points and then you give a free point with a service error.
Serving for Choco Mucho.
Cherry Nunag now serving for Choco Mucho. She was one of our highlight players earlier in the match. Already with 5 points as Tubu.
The block. Tubu.
No doubt in that spike.
Wait. What you love is she asks for it, you know, and look at that. She just makes sure that, hey, Louis, I got you.
Jump serve, targeting Cici. Mars goes to Picanya, checked at the net. Kat pushes it to the other side. Louis goes to Cruz, who was read well. Berto had to adjust
Bertolano.
and scores off the hands of General.
Well,
General.
it looked like it was going wide, but yeah, I mean,
Substitution.
when in doubt, get.
Malaluan is now up to
17.
come in the game, replacing Picanya.
Well, I've seen her come off the bench, and you know her contributions have been huge for Choco Mucho.
Tubu with the serve, straight to the net again.
+1 for the Flying.
Well, if there is a weakness in her game, it's the serve.
That is their third service error in this set alone, Noreen.
Yeah. And hoping that they have enough lead that it won't matter.
Cat to serve, targeting Bertolano. Cruz runs, chases, adjusts. Alba goes to Cat.
Valentino.
Well, Cruz was scrambling to get back on defense, so that was one man down for Farm Fresh. Cat Valentino just takes advantage. Look at that scrappy defense.
Cat still serving and leading the scoring for Choco Mucho with 8. Louis with a good... Oh, had to adjust. Tubu. Molde sends it to the other side.
Oh, overpass.
Louis goes to Bertolano. Gets the point for Farm Fresh.
See, that's what you love about Lai. She just goes for these hits.
And that successful attack brings us to our second technical timeout. Set number 2, Farm Fresh with the lead over the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Let's see if they can sustain this lead in this set, Noreen.
Yeah. But so far, so good. You like what you see from Tubu, from Bertolano. What you're hoping for Farm Fresh is the middles start getting in the game. You know, that we talked about the struggles in that connection, Tagsips and Cruz. So if you can correct that, can you imagine how it will benefit Farm Fresh?
Berto at the service line. Targeting CC, good reception. Alba goes to Cat. Good dig by Tubu. Delerio goes to Bertolano. Mars. Isa.
Good dig.
Caitlin, we haven't heard from her in a while, and scores for Farm Fresh.
Yeah, she's reminding everyone I'm still in the fold. That's why I started this match.
Loud cheers as Tubino enters the game for Choco Mucho.
Yeah, we see that. You know, we see that substitution often. Molde, Tubino. And you're hoping for Choco Mucho that Tubino gets into the game and quick.
Quick.
Malaluan.
Speaking of quick, that quick attack by Malaluan gives Choco Mucho a point.
That's why she was brought in, you know, that substitution.
Tubino.
Yeah, I mean, she's got her own set of fans here.
Yes. Well, it's a good serve. Louis goes to Cruz. Rondina checked at the net.
Through the block.
Boy, you know, that is attitude for you. That attitude that it's by the net. I'm going to swing away.
Royce serving. Targeting Bertolano. Romero goes to Tubu. Back row. Overcooks that one.
Yeah, the set was too low, and you saw the mistimed hit by Trisha Tubo. They need a stop here. 2 straight points for Choco Mucho.
Lead is down to 1, Noreen, which is why Coach Benson is forced to call for a timeout. In a while, we will listen in to their huddle.
natin na pagpapasa. Tapos ikot. Good. Diba? Diba?
6-4
So, kita mo, pagpasa yung dalawa dito, ito ikot na dito.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
Okay? Diyan na kayo cover. Mahirap, nagdidikit yung paa mo eh.
Okay.
Sa gitna.
Score na.
Kailangan natin eh. Kailangan.
Switch tayo ulit.
Putol na
Okay.
tayo, putol. Hey, isang ikot
No,
pa, isang
doon
ikot.
lang sa reception.
Tara,
Sa
tara.
reception.
Magkukuluhan na. Ano tayo? Guys, naman pa tayo. Go. Let's go! Farm Fresh!
17-16 is the score right now. 1 point lead for the Foxies. Tubino at the service line for Choco Mucho.
To tie this second set. Serving still, number 15, Royce Tubino.
Royce serves, targeting Eliza.
Again.
Romero to Viray. Rondina was there for the dig. Rondina elevates. Good dig by Delerio.
Free ball.
Let's see where Alba goes. She goes to CC.
Oh, good dig.
Read like a book by Tubu. Good up. Outsmarting the Farm Fresh defense. Rondina just rolls it to the other side.
Yeah, and the execution was just on point. She did read the defense. Look at that. She saw that pull. Bertolano, as good as she is, she couldn't even get to that.
Tubino still serving. Game is now tied. Not anymore. After that service error, giving Farm Fresh the lead again. It's 18-17.
Well, she did her job. She got a couple in.
Di ko pa natatapos yung sentence ko. No. But now, it's time for Riza Cruz to serve for Farm Fresh. Oh.
Malaluan, back quick.
That's yeah, that's what you call a silent operator. I mean, she knows she won't get a lot of sets, but every time she gets it, she goes for it.
And it seems like every game, there's someone who steps up for Coach Dante's team. Now, it's Malaluan who's been playing well for Choco Mucho. Viray off the hands of the blockers. Good dig by Tubino. CC!
Boy, these girls off the bench, we're talking about Honey Royce Tubino, Guardia Malaluan. They have been huge contributions. Look at that by Tubino.
CC. Now with 10 points for Choco Mucho.
Oh, what a dig.
8 already in set number 2. Oh, good save by Bertolano. Viray will roll this one over. Mars orchestrates the play to CC.
Oh, she is on a roll, CC Rondina.
Welcome to the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, where CC Rondina has been putting on a show for Choco Mucho here in set number 2. Coach Benson forced to call time. Let's listen in to their huddle.
Na kami sa depensa. Ako na lang sa likod. Kuha ng check.
Drop na ako, coach.
Unti lang naman yung check.
Overdraft ka na to.
Dalawa lang yan, dalawa lang.
Okay, kapitan lang natin. Dalawa lang, dalawa lang. Go tayo. Let's go!
Just like that, Choco Mucho already with a 2-point lead. Take a look at the replay of what CC has done for her team in this set 3.
Yeah, she has changed the gear from cruise control to stepping on the gas here. And you know, because she knows how important this part of the set is, that's when she's going for her shots.
Malaluan.
Noreen, first set, 2 points for Rondina.
2 point. Oh,
She's now at 11.
+1.
Lut Malaluan with a service error, cutting the lead down to 1. Meanwhile, her counterpart, Trisha Tubu, already with 12 in the game so far.
not surprised, Tubu, but yet another service error by Farm Fresh.
Marks out. Sure.
Mars with the serve. Still targeting Bertolano. Free ball will not make it to the other side.
22.
Boy, somebody's got to step up in terms of leadership because they are crumbling. Talking about Farm Fresh Foxies.
La Rosa scheduled
5 out.
to enter the game, replacing Viray,
4 out. 10. La Rosa.
another defensive presence who's capable of attacking for Farm Fresh.
And what you want to see from La Rosa is a spunk.
Yes.
You know?
La Rosa
Oh,
sets it up to Tubu, rolls it to the other side. Alba checks the other side, goes to Cat.
chance.
Louis to Tubu. Off the hands of Rondina. Tubu again. Royce was there. Joust at the net.
Mad scramble here.
Romero goes to Trisha. And that finds the pavement for Farm Fresh.
Boy, if Cici could have been in all parts of the court, she would have gotten to that.
Take a look at that spike by Tubu off the hands of Nunag in that sequence.
And you know, again, Miguel, a hard-earned point for Farm Fresh.
La Rosa at the service line. Good serve. Mars goes to Nunag. Money.
Yeah. And you know, the decision-making of Mars Alba today has been really, really great.
Team captain.
Playing with a lot of confidence in this match. Playing quicker too.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, that's what I've noticed. Like, they're playing at a faster pace compared to their previous matches. Tubu tries to challenge the defense and she is successful.
21. 23.
Well, she has been, you said, 12 points already and adding to that tally.
Tagsip now at the service line. Kat is in front with Mars Alba. Nunag as well. Let's see who Mars goes to. Tubino off the hands of Tubu.
That's her first attempt, I think, at
And her
kill?
first points. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Royce Tubino giving Choco Mucho their a much needed point here in the latter part of the set.
It is set point.
21-24. Cheng is in the game to serve for the Flying Titans. Good reception by Berto. Tubu
Oh!
to the net.
25 to 21.
Yeah.
That attack air is gonna hurt because that means Choco Mucho is now up 2-0 against the Farm Fresh Foxies here in our game. We'll be back for more volleyball action. Samahan ng buong MVP group sa merriest celebration ngayong taon. Sabay-sabay nating panoorin ang merry ang vibes ng Pasko, the MVP Group Christmas Party, a two-part Christmas special directed by Mr. Johnny Manahan. Ngayong December 15 at 22, 5:30 p.m. sa TV5, Sari-Sari, Buko, 1PH with same-day catch-up sa RPTV. Tara na, gawin nating merry ang vibes ng Pasko. Before we start set number 3, let's take a look at set 2 highlights, Noreen, where Choco Mucho once again clawed their way back to win the second set.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. The first and second set, the storyline is pretty much the same. You know, strong start by Farm Fresh. We did pose the challenge of sustainability, and that's one thing they need to address. You know, how will we counter this Choco Mucho run? You have to know, you have to realize the errors really plague Farm Fresh there. Service errors, hitting errors, and Choco Mucho just, you know, I would say they just took advantage. Yeah. Let's look at the numbers. Again, the attacks is just by 1. Earlier, it was even. Blocking is even. Aces. But look at the errors. We did stress the importance of the errors. That really affected Farm Fresh, and that's when Choco Mucho made the run, and then they just went on to 25.
So if you look at the stats, Farm Fresh had more attacks. They had the same number of blocks, but the timeliness of the errors, look at the final score, 25-21, and they had 5 more.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's why they lost by 4 points, because they were actually ahead in the attack department,
Yes,
right?
that's
And
right.
then, but the 4 errors really just did them in, we have to say.
And also, we have to commend Lut Malaluan and Tubino, who proved to be that additional spark that Choco Mucho needed, that additional kick during the run that they were making. Meanwhile, Trisha Tubu on your screens leading all of the Farm Fresh Foxies with 14 points in the match so far. Next to her is Bertolano with 6 points and Viray with 5. Let's see if they can turn things around here in the 2024-2025 PVL All-Filipino Conference. Louis Romero serving for Farm Fresh.
Yeah.
Alba goes to Cat. Blocked at the net.
Good start. Yeah, great defense. We saw the block department. I mean, you want to see more of that from both these teams.
Romero with another good serve over reception by CC. Alba goes to Rondina, who elevates. A good dig by Farm Fresh. Tubu pushes it to the other side. Back-to-back points.
Well, they have to follow that up with a couple of stops. No, I feel if you're Farm Fresh, you need to create enough of a lead, a comfortable lead.
Alba goes to Nunag, checked at the net. CC will send this over. Delerio, Romero to Viray, checked at the net. Louis goes to Caitlin again. Soft touch, Alba was there. Cat overcooks this one.
Well, we're saying about the starts of Farm Fresh. What about Choco Mucho? Very slow start.
3 points now for Farm Fresh. Alexis Tensay has another report for us. Alexis?
Noreen and Miguel, Cherry Nunag, who tallied 10 points with her last match against Creamline, admitted to me she's been locked in all week, thinking about how they should win today's game. Parang mas masarap ang kanilang Noche Buena at syempre mas masarap ang kanilang bakasyon. And with that, the Flying Titans are doubling down on their defense, fine-tuning their serves, prioritizing recovery to stay in peak form, coming off a tough stretch of 3 straight losses. The team is determined to regroup and rediscover their winning groove, not just for today, but as they gear up for next year's battles. Their grind continues with training until December 20 before taking a short holiday break, resuming preparations after the new year. For Dindin, di na kailangan ng New Year's resolution, ever-changing ang growth nila. Will they turn the tide today? Tingnan natin, Miguel and Noreen. Back to set 3.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. 4-1 now in favor of the Foxies.
Well, while Alexis was giving that report, I was looking at Kat Tolentino actually signaling the ball of Farm Fresh could have touched the net. I think she had a point there.
Tubu will send this to the other side of the hands of Rondina.
You see, the hang time we were talking about from Trisha Tubu, that actually takes the blockers out of the timing. And that affects also the floor defense that supports that supports that pattern, that defensive pattern.
You know, the speed at which the ball exits her hand.
Yeah.
Romero will set this one up to Tagsip. Alba goes to Royce. Dig by Louis. Alba goes to Royce again. Cross court this time off the hands of Bertolano.
Yeah. Just trying to get her rhythm going. Talk about Tobino. You saw maybe a little tight still at the shoulder. So changing things, trying to get the balls to go down, and she was successful.
Good serve from Nunag. Delerio goes to Bertolano. That finds the line. Score is now 6-2 in favor of Farm Fresh Tagsip at the service line for the Foxies. Good serve.
Yeah, that was a good serve.
Alba goes to Kat, checked at the net. Good dive from Tubu. Louis sends this one high to the other side. Mars. Tobino challenges the blockers. Louis pumps it to Tubu rather. Ball is still up. And there will be a net touch called on Choco Mucho.
There's a net touch.
Boy, Farm Fresh just pulling away here at the start of third set. You like that response after losing the first two sets.
The thing is though, Noreen, in the first two sets, Farm Fresh entered the first technical timeout with the lead, entered the second technical timeout with the lead, only to lose it towards the latter part of the set.
But we did say they have to have a more comfortable lead, which is what they're doing.
That's right. Bertolano looking to add to it, but Tolentino says, not too much. Let me block you first and get a point for my team.
Yeah, one-on-one. Catalantina showing who's boss.
Check out this block of the set, which is brought to us by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Got Tolentino at the service line already with 9 points in the match so far. Louis goes to Cruz, who has been quiet. Alba to Rondina from the back row. Ball is still alive. Cici chasing after that one. Kat. Oh no. Straight to the net.
Timeout 8. Farm Fresh.
That means Farm Fresh enters the technical timeout with a 5-point lead against Choco Mucho. Signal load and win, where you get load 100 and up. Register now on loadandwin.signal.tv and you might be one of the lucky winners. 5-point lead for the Foxies, 8-3 against Choco Mucho. Thank you for joining us, Miguel de Guzman, Noringo, Alexis Tensay, calling the shots in this game. Alba goes to Tobino, pushes it off the hands of Cruz. Delerio to Bertolano. CC has been active defensively. 1-2 by Alba. Great read though. Louis to Tubu, who pushes it to the other side and finds a way to score for Farm Fresh.
Yeah, this is a smart tip by Trisha Tubu, but I'm seeing that Tubino having problems with the sets of Mars Alba. You know, the sets are too low.
And Isamolde replaces Tubino. Subs in for Royce. Tubu straight to the net.
3-point.
Oh, they gotta stop that. I mean, okay, you commit one error, that's it. Talk about the Foxies.
Molde now serving. It's been a while since she was last in the game for Choco Mucho. Good serve. Louis goes to Tubu.
Denied.
That is an error on the side of the Foxies.
Yeah, it was actually a block, I think.
Oh, all right. Sorry, check that. It was a block by Manaluan. Isamolde still serving for Choco Mucho.
Good serve.
Bertolano, Cruz pushes this one to the other side. Cici, no go. Louis to the running Cruz.
Oh,
Rondina.
what else can you ask for from Cici Rondina? You know, when you see the ball, you know, they're scrambling to keep it in play. There's no there's no easy ball for Rondina. She goes up, twists her body and gets it in, then she gets a block.
Single block na rin.
I know.
Against a much taller Riza Cruz.
Right on the line.
But Bertolano scores for Farm Fresh. Oh, Viray rather. For Farm Fresh. Viray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Great targeting. Look at that. Right smack in between Molde and Tolentino.
Alba goes to Cici. Oh, good coverage by Bertolano. Cici guns and attacks. No go. Caitlin off the hands of the blockers. Louis. Check at the net.
Guarding the net.
Boy, great read, we have to say, by Malaluan there. Great series of net defense.
I must say, Choco Mucho has done a great job scouting Riza Cruz.
Yeah.
And the rest of the Farm Fresh middles. They have been exploited in this match. Louis goes to Tubu. Cici wasting
but good
no
dig.
time. The right cross court.
Cross court. Rather,
Yeah, they needed that.
with a cross court.
You know, for Farm Fresh, when Trisha Tubo's at the back, somebody's got to step up, you know, to the plate. And, you know, that was a good kill for Viray.
For Farm Fresh.
Tubu with 19. Bertolano with 8. Viray with 7. Cruz with 2. Oh, Rondina.
Ball is out. 12. Serving.
Oh, it wasted opportunity for Choco Mucho. They had the perfect combination play designed, but that follow through.
Cruz.
Ito si Rondina, pag tumalon siya, parang may extra pitik pa eh. Parang may one more level that she climbs up. It's very fun to watch Cici.
Gifted.
Molde with a good dig. Alba to Cici again.
To you, Miguel. Great catch. Boy, we have to say, the substitution of Coach Dante bringing Isa Molde has made an impact because Isa's defense has been working, her floor defense.
Mars Alba serving now for Choco Mucho. And that sails outside for Tagsip.
Yeah, that was long. Again, the struggles with the middles. You know, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but you need to gamble. You know, that's what Louis Ramirez is doing, and find that connection.
Even though it might sound like everything is going Choco Mucho's way, Farm Fresh still with a 3-point lead here in set number 3. Alba goes to Cici. Good dig by Delerio. Tubu. Oh, good read by Tang.
Good dig.
1-2 play by Romero. Good decision there. Alba goes to Cat.
Oh, another good dig.
Longest rally of set number 3.
Oh!
Rejected by Tolentino.
Boy, these girls are working really hard, both from Farm Fresh and Choco Mucho. Look at that, what a dig.
And now the lead is down to 2. Coach Benson is forced to call a timeout. Let's listen in to their huddle.
Let's go, Farm Fresh!
12-10 is the score. Louie Romero on your screens. She's trying to keep her team in this game with her playmaking. No, Noreen, interesting. We might not hear much during their huddles that our boom mic gets, like the audio that our boom might get, but you see them like giving instructions to individual players. Very technical, Coach Benson.
Well, he is a numbers guy. He
Yes.
is known for that.
No, and we see here on the side of Choco Mucho, we have our Alas players, Cici and Nunag. Over to the other side, it's our Alas coaches, and Coach Ed and Coach Benson. So a little reunion for our national team members here. As Mars Alba is now heading to the service line. The lead is down to 1.
Farm Fresh.
Boy, it was a crawl for Choco Mucho, but they have, like you said, narrowed it down to just 1. Now, how will Farm Fresh respond?
Abiliana is now in the game
Alba.
for Farm Fresh. Good serve by Mars. Louie, underhand set. Great underhand set.
Oh,
Power shot.
That was a beautiful play from Romero, and Viray not wasting that beautiful set. Let's take a look at the spike of the set, which is brought to us by Dunkin. Pasalubong ng bayan.
again, much needed from others other than Tubu.
The line, Rondina.
There's your response from CC Rondina. What you can do, I can too. Wow, look at that. The slow-mo makes it more interesting.
And it happened right in front of us, which makes it much more beautiful from our angle. Viray, check.
We're tied at 13.
Former teammates, I'm sure they know each other's game so well.
Now Viray will be substituted by Michael La Rosa.
Well, Coach Benson now leaning on his bench, like he said, substituted. We'll see.
With the serve, good reception by Delerio. Tagsip with the push. Mars goes to Isa.
Oh, what a dig.
Good dig by Delerio. Tubu, check again.
Well, you know, for Farm Fresh, you have to realize defense will clamp down on Trisha Tubu. There's nothing wrong with that, but you've got to cover. You know, you've got to work double time.
That's now 6 blocks in my unofficial count for Choco Mucho in this set alone.
And they grab the lead at that. Ooh, that looked like it was going out.
Isa, straight to the net.
14 all.
Game is now tied. Game is tied again, rather. At 14.
Oh, that's a free point given by Choco Mucho. I like that substitution, bringing in PL Defonso. You gotta find some difference, you know?
Yes. Especially that they're having challenges with their connection with the middles. As Tubu scores for Farm Fresh.
Oh, we were looking for the response. That's a good response by Farm Fresh.
Service. La Rosa.
La Rosa still at the service line for Farm Fresh. They regain the lead, 15-14. Mars goes to Isa. Outside. And for the third straight time in this game, Farm Fresh is heading into the second technical timeout with a lead. We'll be back for more volleyball action. Take a look at our premier matchup in this game. Trisha Tubu and CC Rondina going head-to-head in our game today. Marine, so far, CC with 16, Trisha with 20.
Trisha Tubu has the upper hand, and again, efficiency. Let's talk about efficiency. But in fairness to CC today, I think her numbers will improve.
Alba goes to Kat, and that sails outside, goes to Choco Mucho.
Well, for the Kat Tolentino fans, you have to be happy. Remember, she's coming off an injury, some confidence issues, mental issues. Slowly but surely, she's getting her game back.
Tubu. Costly error. Game's now tied at 16. And we talked about this, Noreen. This is where Choco Mucho pulls away with the lead against Farm Fresh.
The 14, 15, 16, you are correct. But Trisha Tubu, you have to be careful because I feel, free gift. I feel Farm Fresh, they get their strength from Trisha Tubu. When she starts committing these errors, although she makes up for it, it's like they dwell on the errors.
That's right. PL Defonso now at the service line for Farm Fresh. And good to see her in action here in the PVL. Good serve. Good reception by CC. Kat, cross court, and good.
Yeah, that's just a great connection there. Textbook volleyball for Choco Mucho. Perfect pass, perfect play.
This is what Choco Mucho has missed in the previous conferences when Kat was absent.
Right, yeah.
Someone to take on the scoring load.
Front and back.
Front and back from CC. Ponce unable to handle that one. Point
18.
Goes to Farm Fresh.
Yeah, I think that was Cruz. Is that finally a connection with the middles for Farm Fresh?
That's right. That's her third point of the match. Talking about Riza Cruz. Good serve by Tubu. Kat from the back row. Jonella in the match as well. Pierre. She knew that was in, Noreen.
Yeah.
19.
Boy, the bench players working hard for Farm Fresh.
There's a challenge.
Oh, there's a challenge from Choco Mucho.
From Choco Mucho for ball in, ball out.
Well, I was looking at CC Rondina. She did say it's in. But, well, much needed break though for Choco Mucho.
Some coaches are also using this as the time to talk to their players without wasting a timeout.
But wasting a challenge.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Another new addition to the Farm Fresh.
Oh, it was good.
That's in.
Okay, so I read wrong.
Yeah. Pierre Abeliana, one of the newest additions to the Farm Fresh Foxies, and everyone seemed happy for that point.
No, I mean, CC was right. It was in. Sorry.
20.
Service ace here for Farm Fresh.
I'm out.
3-point run by the Foxies. Coach Dante is forced to call a timeout. We will be listening in to the Choco Mucho huddle.
Okay lang, kaya natin makapatay. Isang patay lang, hindi nakapatay. Ready yung dalawa, ha? Sige na naman, go.
Go, side out tayo! Choco Mucho! Right and right!
Enjoy the biggest sporting events this December on the Pilipinas Live app. Watch all the action live on demand and on any device. Just download and register for free. 20-17 is the score. Trisha Tubu at the service line for Farm Fresh. Inside the court is La Rosa, Abeliana, Cruz Romero, and Jack Bionela.
Oh, what a set by Alba to Kat Tolentino. That's a huge point for Choco Mucho. And you were saying, coming off injuries, we were talking about it, breaks.
Yes. It's always a good sight to see players back in the volleyball court.
Yeah.
Good up by Molde. Alba goes to CC, who swings, but Abeliana was there. Pierre challenging Tolentino. Alba keeps the ball alive. This will be outside
Ball
point
is out.
for Farm Fresh. Oh. Flying Titans assisting Molde. But she seems okay.
21 to 18.
They've got knee pads.
Scary moments there, Noreen. Like I had to hold my breath for a second. You can still see the floor burn.
Yeah, I think that was from the previous match.
That's right. Alba now goes to Rondina.
Oh,
Dina.
Too much to handle for Tubu.
19
yeah.
to 21.
You saw she added more pace to that follow through.
Substitution. Choco Mucho.
Des
14
Cheng
out to
is in to serve
in.
for Choco Mucho. Farm Fresh has a 2-point lead
Des Cheng.
against the Flying
For the
Titans.
Flying Titans.
Well, if you're Farm Fresh, you want to stop. Desperate stop. What a serve.
Good reception by Abeliana. La Rosa is checked at the net. Tubu from the back row. Good read by Molde. Alba goes to CC.
Chance for Farm Fresh.
Cruz Vit
Corner pocket.
goes in for Cruz.
That's huge. That's huge. I mean, at this point in the first two sets, Choco Mucho grabbed the lead already. But look, Farm Fresh, they're holding themselves. You know, they're holding their own.
Let's see if Farm Fresh can extend this game
Serving for the
or if
Foxies.
Choco Mucho can play catch up. It's 19-22 now. Cruz serving. Short.
3-point for Choco Mucho.
Long day for Cruz. Alba now
Mars
heading to the
out.
service line, which means Choco Mucho has a full front line. CC, Nunag, Tolentino, pick your poison. Mars goes to CC. Rolls it to the other side. Good read by La Rosa. Tubu
Oh, chance.
goes to Cat. Good dig by Abeliana. She's been great defensively for Farm Fresh.
Oh,
Outside.
That was flat. Yeah, we saw that.
Out.
She didn't expect that, we have to say. She thought it was going to CC Rondina. We saw the flat hit.
Hats off to Pierre.
Yeah.
Pierre has been playing great defensively for Farm Fresh.
Romero serving.
Louis wasting no time, serving right away. Goes to CC.
Good dig.
Big by Romero. Tubu challenges the blockers, and that goes in for Farm Fresh.
Would have thought, right? That they have a set point here in set number 3.
24-20. With a chance to extend the lead, Coach Dante is forced to call a timeout. We will hear what he has to say to the Flying Titans.
Okay lang. Time out ako, paano tayo makakuha ng momentum lang tayo? Momentum lang tayo. 4 lang naman yan. Isang side out lang yan. Tapos 3 break point yan, makakascore tayo. Break point lang ha. Green spikers. Importante ang sinasabi ko yung rhythm natin sa block. Pag wala yun, sabungan depensa natin. Ha? Go, 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 go.
Go! Choco Mucho!
Farm Fresh at set point 24-20 after that timeout by Choco Mucho. The Phil Sports Arena is in a festive mood, and not just because it's the Christmas season, but because it's the birthday of Jem
Point
Ferrer,
advantage.
the setter
Farm
of the
Fresh.
Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
Yeah, and who sometimes joins us in the panel.
Tolentino says
And Kat
not yet.
Tolentino scores
21.
and extends the set 24-21 for Choco Mucho.
Yeah, making up for that previous hitting error. But we will see how Choco Mucho can hold on.
Good reception by La Rosa. Will this bring us to set 4? Not yet. Oh, good up by Alba. Isa to La Rosa. Louis to Tubu. Oh, what the dig. Joust at the net, Ildefonso. Another good up.
Chance Choco Mucho.
One of our longest rallies of the third set. Good dig by Janela. Tubu. The set number 4.
25.
Trisha Tubu unloading with 23 points so far in the match. Take a look at this replay, Noreen.
Out of position, but it doesn't matter. Trisha Tubo is a woman in a mission.
Finding a way to score. They take the third set 25-21. We'll be back for more volleyball action. He won against Choco Mucho.
Well, it's a different, we have to say, a different Farm Fresh team in the third set. We posed a challenge early on in the first two sets. They failed. But better late than never. What you like is they responded in the third set. They came up with the, for me, Coach Benson came up with the right substitution. He leaned on his bench, right? He let people like La Rosa, Abellana, you know, play your game. Even Jack Janela had crucial digs, and that made all the difference. Sometimes you just need a little bit of nudge, a little bit of change to make things happen, and that's what exactly Coach Benson did. Look at the numbers. Farm Fresh out-attack. Choco Mucho, as what they did in the second set by 1. The blocking of Choco Mucho, they thought they could rely on blocking alone, but that was not enough. Aces, errors. You look at the errors. The total shift. You know, Farm Fresh with less, Choco Mucho with more, less attack. So Choco Mucho had their struggles in the third set and could not recover like they did in the first two sets.
Errors has been the Waterloo of this Farm Fresh team, Noreen. And I believe that if they did lessen the errors in the first two sets, the set scores right now would have been way different than what's being shown on the screens. But, you know, it's important to see that these kids are fighting. Sorry, not kids. Like, these young players are fighting and, you know, trying to regain their footing in the match despite going up against a veteran team in Choco Mucho.
Yeah. That's what you like to see, you know, these young teams. We won't say new, relatively new teams, but these young teams gaining ground, you know, gaining their identity, their confidence, and making the league more interesting.
That's right. And in a few minutes, we will resume our action here in set number 4. We had a 5-setter match prior to this match. Will it be back-to-back 5 sets, Noreen?
You have to ask.
One can only wish for exciting volleyball action, but we'll see if a 5th set is needed to give our fans what they want from both of these teams.
Yeah, but the fans always want a longer match, you know, more volleyball.
Of our preliminary match between Farm Fresh and Choco Mucho. Our Foxies took the third
Mars
set,
Alba is heading to
25,
the service
21.
line to start
Mars
things
Alba.
off for us here in set number 4.
Set number 4.
Still the same lineup for Coach Benson, but this time Ildefonso is inserted in the match as his middle blocker.
Well, Coach Benson loved what the entry of PL Ildefonso did to the team, so yeah, retainer.
Tubu starts or scoring off with that
Farm.
great attack.
Trisha Tubu. Just a workhorse for the Foxies today. Not today, the other day, and the other day. All their matches.
Our matchup right now, 17 for Rondina, 24 for Tubu. Alba sets it up to Kat. Checked at the net. Good recovery and coverage from General. But CC says,
Janela.
wait, I can score too. I
Yeah.
want to start off the scoring for my team too.
Her target now is 24. She's at 18.
If you look at the stat sheet, after Rondina's 18, you have Tolentino with 15. Meanwhile, Tubu is the only Foxy in double-digit. Combination play! Check! At the net.
Now that is the risk if you go solely to Trisha Tubu. You know defense is going to clamp down on you. Look at that. Catalentina's been defending really well today.
Bertolano with a good reception. Ildefonso had to adjust. Mars goes to Molde. Checked, and that
Molde
sails outside. Point goes to Choco Mucho.
Well, you see, I feel the game plan right now of Coach Dante really is, yes, CC will get her sets, but not entirely. I mean, we really need to give her a break.
Romero, double quick.
Off the block. Tubu.
And Tubu gets that point for Farm Fresh. They lead the match 3-2. Alexis Tinsay has a report for us.
Narine
For Farm Fresh.
Another extended set number 5. But now, tumungo muna tayo sa set number 4. I got to talk to Caitlin Ryan. Told me, having of a morale boost as their back-to-back wins. And with that, sinabi sa kanila na kanilang senior na si Rachel Andakis, reminding them the importance of staying humble and never becoming complacent, emphasizing that your game today may not be your game tomorrow. While they're celebrating their progress, they're also staying sharp and ready for the bigger challenges ahead. As for Caitlin's holiday wish, she hopes her team continues to grow and prove that they're not just full of potential, but capable of delivering results in the present. Now back to set 4, where the Foxies have turned this into an intense battle.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. Tolentino. Attack, no good. Louis with a 1-2 play. Alba goes to Malaluan, who's checked at the net. Molde sends it to the other side,
Ball is
but
out.
too much.
They're tied at 4.
Runs out of orange there.
Runs out of everything.
Service. Tubu.
Tubu now at the service line. 24 so far for Trisha. Targeting Rondina. Alba goes to Molde. Molde tries again. Checked at the net.
Good defense.
Back row Tubu. Good up by General. Misset from Alba.
At won't do, says the referee. A double touch. Well done, Alba.
And that
5,
gives Farm
serving
Fresh
4.
the lead again. 5-4 here in set number 4.
Yeah, that was really hard to set. I mean, it was a sky ball basically.
General to Alba. Tolentino. Cross court. Too much.
Ball is out.
But there will be a challenge. Everyone from the Choco Mucho side played. Oh! Farm Fresh admitting to the touch.
Yeah.
It was admitted. 5-all.
Honesty is the best policy in this game.
Yeah, and you have to realize also that Farm Fresh just won set number 3. They don't want, maybe delays in game.
Tolentino with the serve. Bertolano goes to Romero.
A little too short. 6.
Not enough push on that sequence.
Service.
One thing also we're seeing, because Choco Mucho is constantly targeting Lai Bertolano, it kind of is frustrating her.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Oh.
It's an ace.
misread
7-5.
from Bertolano. Gives Choco Mucho the point.
Yeah, that's a great serve by Catalentino. It's a great target. Look at that. Well inside.
7-5 now. Bertolano with a good reception. Tubu. Checked at the
Back
net.
by Malaluan. First technical timeout.
Malaluan and Molde
5. Farm Fresh.
blocking Tubu. Choco Mucho with a 3-point lead. First technical timeout. Now, Jolina de la Cruz, Toring of the Farm Fresh Foxies. And we can't wait to see them as you see Aduque, Mel Mendres, and of course, Boss D, Dino Wong. Can't wait to welcome you guys back here in the Premier Volleyball League in the soonest possible time.
Yeah, can you imagine both these teams at full strength?
We have to mention also Rachel Dakis
in the house.
One of the newest additions. And it's also the birthday of Rachel and Dakis tomorrow. So I guess yung kinanta kanina nung crowd, 2-in-1 na pala yun. Advance happy birthday kay Rachel. And of course, happy birthday to Jem Ferrer for today. Kat Tolentino serving for Choco Mucho. They are up by 3-2 na lang pala.
Well, the first technical timeout did wonders for Farm Fresh.
You know, sometimes I feel bad every time I'm not yet done with my sentence and I appear to have jinxed like what's happening on the court.
Well, we call it commentary's curse for a reason.
Bertolano now serving for Farm Fresh. They are trailing by 2. Alba goes to Isa, who tries to roll this to the other side. Collision on the court. But Veray ends the rally right away, scoring for Farm Fresh.
Veray said, "Stay down, I got you."
See there, collision as they tried to go for the ball.
You see the reaction of Mars Alba. She knew that the defense of Farm Fresh was scrambling. It was their opportunity, but Farm Fresh gets the point.
Mars is in front with Malaluan. Good reception by General. Goes to Molde, who's checked at the net again. And just like that, our game is tied at 8.
Well, defense has been working also for Farm Fresh here. You know, I feel the set, they need to adjust. The Mars Alba sets are fast and low. And you see the struggle of people like Isa Molde. You know, they need to adjust.
Molde has been checked in this set so far. CC from the back row. There's no checking that.
Yeah.
Bertolano with the free ball. Who will Alba go to? Molde, pinabawi. Good up by Janela. Tubu runs out of space. Man, Tubu wants to win this game.
Yeah. I mean, this is her comprehensive stage, Trisha Tubu. But see, that's what they're saying. The adjustment needs to be made. You saw Isa Molde, faster approach, faster follow through. You know, you can't be just, oh, okay, it's low. You have to adjust.
Molde with the serve. Targeting Veray. Bertolano from the back row. Alba goes to CC.
Oh, what a dig. Ooh.
I think Delerio is one of the most underrated defenders here in the PVL. Louis, too low for Cruz, adjusts and out.
Too long.
Wasted opportunity once again.
Oh, but there will be a challenge from the Farm Fresh side.
Challenge.
We ball in, ball out.
It looked close, huh? I mean, worth the challenge, really.
Exciting match here for all of our volleyball fans.
Well, again. Imagine both teams. No, it was out. Imagine, Miguel, both teams at full strength.
Yeah.
You know? You have Dina Wong playing, Aduque Ogunsanya, and then, of course, Rachel Andakis, Jolina de la Cruz. I mean, both teams are will be so exciting, much more exciting to watch.
That's right. Bertolano, Cruz with a delay in her attack. Ponce goes to CC, who elevates.
The dig.
Tubu was there. Viray rolls it to the other side. CC wants it. CC gets it for Choco Mucho.
Oh boy. Did you see the way she just found that corner, that zone 1? Look at the way she directed the ball. Look at that. Easy does it. She's probably wondering, why do I always have to go for the strong hits? It's because it looks good.
Let's see if Romero can get the point for Farm Fresh. Goes to Tubu. This will be a free ball for Farm Fresh.
Chance ball.
Louis goes to Cruz.
Oh, good dig.
Straight to Tolentino. CC rolls it to the other side. Louis runs a play, goes to Viray. Outside.
Nice shot. Viray.
And there will be a challenge
Farm Fresh.
called by Farm Fresh.
Touch.
They think there's a block touch.
Well, no admission there. I mean, both these teams are quick to admit. So this is an interesting challenge.
Close game. 11-8 here in set number 4. And it's the first time, Noreen, that Choco Mucho
Yeah.
has the lead in this part of the set.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how this will end for both of these teams.
Well, for those who just joined us, of course, Farm Fresh, you want to force a 5th set. By winning the 4 sets, you are down 2 sets to 1.
Take a look at the result of the challenge.
Nah, none.
There's no block touch. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Close, but not quite.
Again, you know, both these teams are quick to admit. So, you knew that there was a...
No
Yeah,
touch in
yeah.
that sequence, yes. Molde serving. Targeting Tubu. Bertolano goes to Viray. Cross court.
Oh,
Good read by Tang. CC overcooks that one.
Ball is out.
yeah, she got it at the side, not in front.
12.
But same follow through, same power, and that, yeah, landed outside. Out of bounds.
The Cruz. Serving for the Fox.
Cruz at the service line. She has 5 points for Farm Fresh. Good serve. Alba had to chase. Cat rolls it to the other side. Louis goes to Pia. Cat unloads,
Below the cross.
but runs out of net space in that one.
Yeah. I mean, it was just the execution. I have to say, that's a great set. You know, again, letting Cici Rondina rest a bit because her knee has been bothering her. We can see the way she lands.
Cruz with the serve, targeting General. Alba checks who to give it to. CC had to adjust. Good set from Ildefonso to Viray. Gets the point for Farm Fresh.
Well, here come the Foxies, just down by 1.
Cruz
I'm out.
still at the service line, but Coach Dante will be forced to call a timeout. They lead though, 12-11. Let's listen to their huddle.
Ito sa ginagawa. Every time nakaka-depensa tayo, convert natin. Kung hindi natin ma-convert, mamaya nilang magtrabaho sila sa opensa nila. Hindi yung nag-error tayo. Okay, one good pass na naman yan. Okay, ulit. Kuha ulit tayo ng momentum natin sa opensa natin, ha? O, sige, go.
Hey, let's go! Choco Mucho!
Titan Pride!
12-11 is our score here in set number 4. Choco Mucho looking to end their 2-game losing streak in this set. Meanwhile, Farm Fresh wants to force a 5th set and extend their 2-game winning streak on the other hand. Cruz still at the service line for the Foxies. Targeting General. Alba goes to CC, who unloads. Romero keeps the ball up. Mars, CC again.
Rondina nails it in.
See, a little rest will do Cici Rondina good.
You know, and when you see CC strut like that, take a look at this replay.
Yeah, like totally eluding the blockers.
Malaluan with a good serve. Romero goes to Tubu from the back row.
Oh, what a reach there.
CC rolls it to the other side. Good chase by Tubu. Kate scores for Farm Fresh.
Boy, you gotta commend the defense, both of Kat Tolentino and Trisha Tubo working hard for their respective squads. Look at that.
Viray has come alive here in set number 4. 11 points now for Kate. Oh. Mars will push this to the other side. Junela, Romero, Viray.
Right.
Outside.
Ball is
Yeah,
out.
too strong. Not enough snap of that wrist.
14.
Oh, these are the errors you don't want to see. I mean, it's a tightly contested fourth set. You don't want to see it plagued by errors.
Mars with a service. Romero goes to Tubu.
Tubu over the block.
She ain't done yet.
14.
Remember the top of the coverage. Alexis's report is Tubu scored 34 points at 1 point against CC Rondina, lost. So the question is, will 34 points be enough for Trisha Tubu today?
We'll see.
We will see.
She is at 25 right now. And we haven't even reached the second technical timeout.
Outside
Yeah.
shot. Bertolano. 15.
Now, Bertolano's attack goes outside. CC now at the service line. 15-13
Rondina.
in favor of Choco Mucho. Short serve, CC.
Ball is
Oh,
out.
and that sails outside. That
Yeah.
attack error
16.
It's gotta hurt. Miss hit.
13.
gives Choco Mucho a
Farm Fresh.
3-point lead as we head into the second technical timeout.
Welcome back. That is Don Lim, NU basketball player. Enjoying the action. We always appreciate these athletes from other sports coming to support volleyball. Enjoying the
End
match.
of the second technical time.
Oh, I know, that's Kat's brother.
Team captain.
Vince Tolentino. I watch basketball, so. Anyway, back to the action.
Tubu off the block.
Coming off that second technical timeout, Farm Fresh with an immediate response. Trisha Tubu still at it, trying to reach that 34 point. That
For the
is
Foxies.
her goal today. Plus, of course, getting one over CC Rondina. PL Defonso to serve.
CC sets this one to Molde. Romero goes to Tubu. Lead is down to one, Nareen.
Yeah,
15.
Trisha Tubu, like I said, still at it.
Stats she is running out of space to write how many points he already has. 27 so far in the match for Tubu. Ildefonso now serving for Farm Fresh.
Yeah.
Mars goes to Molde.
Into the block. Molde.
Oh, it's a better connection there. Isa Molde ramming it through the blockers. But you see right now, not too much sets to the middle, right? It's more wing hitters. It's a battle of wing hitters for both these teams.
That's right. Nunag now serving for Choco
Oh,
Mucho.
that's going out.
That sails out.
She has been struggling with her serves today. Yeah?
That's right.
Cherry Nunag.
It's a Tubu.
She has 6 points in the match so far. Rondina with a good reception. Kat is checked at the net. Mars will set it up for CC.
Whoa!
Lucky break there. Mars goes to Molde. Check!
Molde turned back by Romero.
Good stop
Tied at 17.
by the Foxies there. Much needed to actually tie the game at 17.
It's been a close affair here in all of the sets that's been played. 17 all, set number 4. Tubu, our leading scorer of the match with a service.
And mind you, that was Louis Romero with that block. We have to say it, reiterate it.
That's right.
17.
Cat
Got the
heading to the service line now.
Boy, it's a nip and tuck affair here in the 4th set.
Tolentino targeting La Rosa. Cruz unable to connect. Mars sends it to the other side. Louis to Berto. Outside.
Yeah. She went for the line. She went down the line. Again, frustration setting in for Lai Bertolano.
Yeah.
Here could be, I would say, could be again a result of the constant targeting
5 out.
of Choco Mucho to Lai Bertolano, taking her out of her game.
And speaking of taking her out, Coach Benson putting Pierre Abellana in the match to replace Lai Bertolano. Oh, and also, for the first time in the match, Dindin Santiago Manabat.
Obviously for defense. And Santiago Manabat stays for yet another point.
That's right.
Because when you look at the rotation of Choco Mucho, there is no setter inside.
With that, Farm Fresh is forced to call a timeout. Let's listen to their huddle.
Lapit nyo lang yung receive para makatay. Ikaw na sa akin. Okay. So, pasa lang muna tayo para ma-activate natin yung gitna. Lagay nyo lang din sa area ni Louie. Okay?
Malayo pa
So,
yan.
ngayon, saan ka didepends ka? Sarap ka. Dito ka. Doon ka.
Ikaw, mag-short na lang ako. Try mo na ito.
Ano? Sige, go.
Let's go!
One last push here for Farm Fresh. Choco Mucho leads by 3, 20 to 17. A tall front line for Choco Mucho, Noreen.
A really tall front line when you talk about Dindin Santiago Manabat.
Flying Titans, number 10.
Cat is still at the service line. 20 to 17 is the score. Good serve, targeting La Rosa. Riza runs. Riza, good dig by Cat.
Pero at the net.
And then Farm Fresh scores
Boy,
after that sequence.
you have to say Louis Romero is standing tall. She was challenging Lut Malaluan and Dindin Santiago, and she gets the point. Look at that. Just don't forget that block against Isa Molde.
Birthday girl in the match, Jem Ferrer.
Serving for the Foxies.
And Louis making us fellow 5'6" and below club proud. Now the lead is down to 1 for Farm Fresh. It's 20 to 19.
Well, Choco Mucho's got to realize they have to finish this game. You don't want this young, gritty Farm Fresh Foxies to force you into a 5th set.
Pierre with a serve.
Oh!
And we're tied at
And
20.
just like that, the game is tied at 20. Pierre Abellana with a great service. Take a look at that service ace.
It kissed that tape of the net, and that made all the difference.
Because of that ace, Coach Dante forced to call time. Let's listen to their huddle.
Okay? Okay? Doon tayo nakakuha ng kumpiyansa sa opensa natin ngayon. Pag lang natin na-receive, yun ang nagiging problema natin. Ha? O sige, kumpiyansa na sa receive. Kumpiyansa lang.
Hi, Choco Mucho! Titan Pray!
Race to 5, win by 2. 20 all here in set number 4. Let's see if Choco Mucho can close this out or if Farm Fresh has enough left in their tank to force a 5th and deciding set.
But then you like the substitutions again by Coach Benson. Like, again, leaning on the bench. That's what did well for them in set number 3.
Good serve by Pierre. Another good serve. Molde challenges the blockers. Louis goes to La Rosa. Checked at the net. La Rosa will try again. Rolls it to the other side. Gem to Isa.
Off the block.
Off the hands of the Foxies. 21-20, Choco Mucho.
I like that set from Jem Ferrer because defense probably expecting them to go to Santiago Manabat because she is a veteran. But I'm gonna go with Isa Molde there, and she gets the point.
Molde with the serve, targeting La Rosa. Almost an ace there. La Rosa sends it to the other side. CC unloads. Too much sauce.
Ball is out. There's a challenge.
Coach Dante quick to call a challenge in that sequence.
On the floor.
A block touch challenge will be
Block touch.
used by Choco Mucho.
Challenge.
No
block
admission.
touch. Choco Mucho.
At this point, you don't want to take chances.
Yeah. Maybe in the challenge it's a different outcome.
21-20. You know, both coaches have used their bench effectively
Yeah.
in this match.
You have to say.
Malaluan on Coach Dante's side, Abeliana for Coach Benson. While we'll see the result of that challenge.
Well, when you base it on the follow-through of Rondina, it looked high.
We'll see here on the replay.
Oh, but it did hit a finger.
There is a block touch. Challenge is successful for the Flying
Muntik
Titans.
na. Kulang.
Substitution.
But now we see here Bertolano is inserted back in the game by Coach Benson.
Bertolano back
Would have been nice to see it the match at 21 all.
Yeah, right?
Molde.
We want more volleyball.
Yes, that's right. So Isa Molde now serving for Choco Mucho. La Rosa will attack. Checked at the net. Delerio to La Rosa again. Tubu from the back row. Check.
Oh,
By Manaba.
that's why she's there.
Height is might.
Height
Din
is
din.
might.
Manabat Santiago. Santiago Manabat rather.
Yeah.
Molde.
Boy, I mean, you gotta appreciate her efforts coming off the
Yeah.
bench. Ice cold.
23-20. Cruz scores for Farm Fresh.
What a time for that connection to come through for the Foxies.
Aldefonso is back in the match. There will be a substitution. Kasilag
Farm Fresh. 12
Kasilag.
out, 15.
will be inserted to replace Tubu.
Well, they're hoping this will go 5 sets, so you need to rest Trisha Tubu,
That's right.
right? And plus, Elaine Kasilag, a veteran at that.
Good serve. Ferrer goes to Malaluan. Ball is up. Ildefonso to La Rosa. Ferrer goes to Din Din.
Ball is out.
Overcooks that one.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because you know that, again, coming cold off the bench and getting that set.
Choco Mucho.
Coach Dante will now
6
go for a
out,
double
9,
substitution.
Alba in, 12
Putting
out,
Alba and
10,
Kat in for
Valentino
Gem
back in.
and Din Din.
Well, they did maintain a 1-point lead, so job well done already for the substitutions or the substitutes of Choco Mucho. Now it's up to Farm Fresh.
Cruz with the serve. Bia goes to Cici.
Good dig.
Oh, Louis was there. La Rosa off the fingertips of Alba. Cici again.
Oh, still alive.
Berto to La Rosa. Oh, pushes it to the other side. Almost a good point there.
Oh, chance
Outside.
Ball is out.
Boy, that was a
Titans now.
nerve-wracking rally for you.
Substitution. Choco Mucho. Taking out to Chen.
I think the physicians are also attending to Tubu
Tubu.
at the
Oh,
sidelines.
okay.
Cheng is in the match.
Serving for the match.
We are at match point 24-22. One last push from the Foxies.
Oh,
Kasilag, La Rosa, Bertolano from the back row. Alba, Nunag, outside.
yeah, you saw the delay. It wasn't the perfect set. you saw a bit of delay and that change, that the follow through.
12, Tubu.
Boy, Farm Fresh lives another point.
24-23.
Serving.
End or extend. Alba, one hand set to Nunag. Check that the net.
Oh!
Extend it is! Farm Fresh ties the game at 24.
What defense! So that was PL and Alfonso, I think. Yeah, great read.
Romero serving. Full front line for the Foxies.
Oh.
CC wasting no time.
Well, refuting that, what good block are you talking about?
Alba serving also for Choco Mucho, which means the options are full for the Flying Titans. Tagsip back in the game for Coach Benson and the Farm Fresh Foxies. Match point for Choco Mucho.
Serving. Mars out.
What a
Good serve.
Yeah.
Louis goes to Tubu. Outside.
Out and Choco Mucho.
But Farm Fresh is celebrating.
Yeah, it looks like a check ball on Cherry Nunag. I'll see if she will admit.
Hold on. There's a referee challenge.
There's a referee's challenge there. Farm Fresh adamant for that challenge, but Nunag quick to admit.
Louis Romero was...
Nunag quick to admit that
There's
net,
a
that block touch.
Choco Mucho. Farm Fresh
Jocelyn Del Rosario on top of the action there, one of the best referees that we have here in the Philippines.
serving.
Crucial call. And, you know,
They were going to challenge
they were going to challenge anyway, but like good to call the referee's challenge just to make sure. CC overcooks that one. And this time, she's the one who's adamant that there was a net touch.
And there's a challenge.
Tagsip and Bortelana saying no check.
Challenge. Choco Mucho. Block touch.
There will be another challenge from Choco Mucho.
How huge is this point?
25 all. Crucial result that we will see here.
Yeah, because you can sense already the momentum of this match, of this four set has shifted to the Foxy. So I mean, getting this point will put them at set point.
Block touch challenge. Ooh. No block touch.
No block touch. The challenge is unsuccessful. Choco Mucho.
The thumbs were steady, Marie.
Yeah, and for me also. I mean,
Yeah.
Farm Fresh. Now
I think it was a good call. Nonetheless, it is Farm Fresh at set point. Are we going 5, Miguel?
I hope so. Everyone wants more volleyball action, and why not? It's the last weekday game day for the year anyway.
Chance.
Louis goes to Tubu. Set number 5. Tubu and the Farm Fresh Foxies celebrating that point.
You did ask, Miguel, are we gonna have another 5-setter? And there is your question. There is your answer.
One of the youngest but grittiest teams in the PVL, pushing the Choco Mucho Flying Titans to a 5th and deciding set here in the PVL. We'll be back for more volleyball action. Stay tuned, guys. This will be an exciting one. Filipino Conference. Set number 4 highlights on your screens. Noreen won a set.
What a set. We have to give it to Coach Benson and the rest of the coaching staff of Farm Fresh. They made the right substitutions. You know, they trusted the girls coming off the bench. You know, still we saw Casilag was there, La Rosa, Abellana, you know, the usual suspects, PL Defonso. These little contributions meant a lot. So it was a collective effort on the side of Farm Fresh. And the most important thing is they believe that they can actually push this to a 5th set. Look at the numbers: attacks, blocks, aces.
Identical.
Errors. Identical. It is just the errors. The errors. 2 errors that spelled the 2 points. And it was, you know, 11 errors. That's a lot in a set. Even if it's an extended set. So, Choco Mucho, you have to realize you have to end the game. You had match point, but you have to finish it and not expect your opponents to give you the match in a silver platter. You have to win it on your own.
I think one of the turning points of the match is when Miss Jocelyn Del Rosario used her referee's challenge. Because I think Farm Fresh wasn't calling for a challenge in that sequence. The announcement of our Barker was a referee's challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at Louis Romero actually talking to coach, to the referee, and I think they were about the challenge. But nonetheless, we did see already Cherry Nunag was already admitting maybe next time you wanted to delay.
So now let's see who between these teams will come out on top. La Rosa has stepped up big time in the clutch for Farm Fresh, and she is now starting the set for the Foxies.
And you were saying, Miguel, earlier that you saw the medic tending to Trisha Tubu. You're hoping that she will last this 5th set, but that rest can or could create wonders, or could do wonders. A little rest could do wonders for Trisha Tubu.
Louis serving straight to Molde. Alba goes to Cici. Good dig from Janela. Smart push by Tubu. Cat, might have gotten away with that one. Janela.
Oh, good save, good
save from Janela. Alba goes to Nunag. Ends the rally. But what hustle from the Farm Fresh Foxies, Noreen.
Yeah, I mean, heads up play, we have to say, by La Rosa, keeping that ball alive. I mean, after this effort by Janela. But then, blame it on Cherry Nunag, who was the party keeper.
Good serve there from CC. Net touch called on Romero. 2 quick points for Choco Mucho.
Good start for Choco Mucho. You have to learn from the 3rd and the 4th set what you need to adjust or address here in the 5th set.
Alba goes to Molde. Cross court. Good up. CC. Mars. Combination to Cat.
Good dig.
Louis goes to Tubu. Pushes it to the other side.
Off the hand
And
of Ponce.
tallies a point for Farm Fresh.
Foxies,
Yeah.
score 1.
She took something off, some pace off of that hit. Such a smart hit. Look at that. Just rushing or pushing it in.
29
29
versus 23. Good up by Janela. Louis to Eliza Bertolano.
The block.
Ties the game for Farm Fresh.
What a time for Bertolano to get her game going here in the 5th set. Because Tubo needs a lot of help, we have to say. She must be really tired.
La Rosa with the short serve. Barely makes it in. Nunag, quick play.
Off the net. And
Wasn't the perfect set or perfect connection, but they will take it.
She's now heading to the service line with a 1-point lead for Choco Mucho.
serving for Choco Mucho.
La Rosa, Bertolano, and Delerio to receive the serve. Louis to Tubu.
Good dig.
CC's in the back row. Molde.
Molde
catches the Farm Fresh defense flat-footed in that sequence.
4.
Well, now that was a better decision for Isa Molde because she has been going for stronger hits. Finally, she changes things up.
12 out.
Rai back in the game, replacing Tubu.
I think she's suffering from cramps already.
Service. Luna.
Limping back to the bench. Hope it's nothing serious. Bertolano
Bertolano.
scores for the Foxies.
3. Serving 4.
4-3. It's a race to 15 here in set number 5. Thank you for watching us on Filipinas Live. One Sports or One Sports Plus. Tagsip with the serve. Cici. Alba goes to Kat.
Good defense.
Louis to Kate.
Rai on the hit out. They're tied at 4.
Tie game.
Well, you have to remember also, Miguel, and for those who just joined us, this Farm Fresh is the same team that beat Akari
Service.
in straight sets. So, talk about believing in their own capability. It's there for Farm Fresh.
Molde off the hands of the blockers.
Molde off the block.
Gets the point for Choco Mucho. Going back to your point, Lorene, you see the growth of Farm Fresh.
Yeah.
From the previous conferences, they're playing with much more composure now. And you know, these tight games would help them overcome adversity as they go on with their campaign here in the PVL.
Yeah. And as they wait for the
return.
the return of a lot of
Outside
players.
shot. Bertolano.
Bertolano, however,
Serving 4.
masyado nakabig.
Service.
6-4, Cat at the service line.
Well, 2 points, I think, is a cushion here in the 5th set.
Cat to the serve. Delerio to Bertolano. Alba will go to Cici.
Outside
And that
shot.
sails
Ronaldinho.
outside.
5-6.
Remember, you talked about the Waterloo or the weakness of these teams, and
Substitute.
these errors are going to
Farm Fresh.
Haunt
jump
them.
out
11.
and
Abellana.
bite them.
In.
Caitlin Viray at the service line already with 12 points
Viray.
for
Serving the
Farm
Fox.
Fresh. Good reception from Molde. She gets the ball back down the line. Oh, no.
Molde.
Oh, she gets
Yeah,
the point
she
for
does.
Choco Mucho.
Well, Isa Molde has been delivering big time for Coach Dante, we have to say, here in the 5th set.
Cici is in the front line, Lorene. She has 23. She's the leading scorer of the Flying Titans. Tubu, on the other hand, the leading scorer for Farm Fresh with 31. It's been a duel for both of these teams.
Yeah, but Tubu is riding the bench at this point with cramps.
Hope to see her back in action. Romero goes to Viray. Beautiful hit from Caitlin.
For Farm Fresh.
Well, they need, Farm Fresh, you have to realize Tubu is being treated for cramps. Who's going to step up?
Janela, Romero to the running cruise, finds a way to send it to the other side. Cici rolls it over,
Ball
too
is
much
out.
sauce.
We're tied at 7.
Sauce,
7.
Sauce S-A-U-C-E or S-O-S? No, just kidding.
Abellana.
Because I'm sure, right, when you're watching other fans watch them and then the error, sauce.
Alba goes to Malaluan. Abellana with a good dig. La Rosa unable to get that point.
Good defense.
CC elevates, check. Springs back up and gets the point for Choco Mucho.
That's a perfect term,
Choco
Miguel.
Mucho leads.
Springs back up.
Now Choco Mucho grabs a 1-point lead, 8-7. Alexis Tensay has a report as her teams switch sides.
Lorene and Miguel, nabati nga naman na dalawang 5-setter ang game natin today because no one wants to come home empty-handed this Christmas season. At sinabi nyo nga, malapit na sanang malampasan ni Trisha Tubo ang kanyang all-time high na 34 points last season. But right now, she is resting with her cramps. And for the very last game this 2024, communication ang pinaka-importanting factor ngayon for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, sticking to the roles that they've been given with nothing but focus. At para naman sa Farm Fresh Foxies, depensa ang priority at tuluyang si Bert Bertolano pa rin ang maaasahan dito. Tingnan natin na kanino ang panapos for this very intense match. Back to you, Noreen and Miguel.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. Now we hope to see Trisha Tubu back in the game.
Serving for the Flying Titans.
Because she is putting up a great fight against Cici Rondina and the rest of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Louie goes to La Rosa. Checked at the net.
Good cover.
Cruz runs and sends it to the other side. Rondina elevates.
Oh, it's still alive.
La Rosa will find a way. Ball is still alive, but that does not cross.
Yeah, she did not have a solid contact with the ball.
There will be a block touch challenge by Coach Benson.
Farm Fresh or a block touch?
Coach Solo surprising us with that twist of the block touch sign.
No, in real time, it looked like she didn't get enough contact that it hit the tips and touched the antenna. But we will see if a blocker got the hand in that.
Both players from both teams catching their breath, Noreen, if you look at them in the huddle.
This is a really tightly contested match.
What a way to end 2024 for both of these teams, right?
Yep.
There we go. Let's take a look at the result of that challenge. Everyone waiting and staring intently at that screen. Oh. How big will the result of this challenge be, Noreen? 8-7. Right?
Well, of course, it's going to be huge because every point counts here in the 5th set. A little bit of a technical thingy here.
This is the 10th set that we're playing today, Noreen. And we'll be back for more volleyball action. Stay tuned. Score is 8-7. You're watching the Premier Volleyball League.
No touch. Eh, paliwanag kay coach. Ha? Hindi. Remain yung tawag ko.
Welcome back. You're watching the 5th set match between the Choco Mucho Flying Titans and the Farm Fresh Foxies. Score is now 9-7. So the challenge called by Coach Benson was inconclusive. The call will remain because of some technical difficulties that we've experienced here in the venue.
+1 for Farm.
Point given, point taken for Farm Fresh.
Although I feel it was the right call, I'd like to see the replay, but for Farm Fresh, that's poetic justice for you.
14, Malaluan.
You know, their term, ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
But of course, we resume our volleyball action again. Trisha Tubu. Oh, Rondina with a good attack. La Rosa chases, adjusts, and sends this to the other side. Alba goes to Rondina.
Defense working well for Farm Fresh.
Good call by Louie to go to Tagsip. CC again. How many more tries for CC? Free ball, Choco Mucho. Nunag this time. And they finally get the point.
Boy, sudden change-up made all the difference. You know, you're asking how many more tries for Farm Fresh. Bring it on.
With that attack, Choco Mucho takes a 2-point lead. Farm Fresh will be forced to call a timeout. Let's listen to their huddle.
Aggressive. Cut.
Laban o! Tara! Atin to. Pakawakan natin. Pinaghirapan na natin to. Tara, kaya na.
Eight to 10 is the score here in set number 5. It's Farm Fresh who's looking to extend their 2-game winning streak, going up against Choco Mucho, who wants to end their losing streak. Mars Alba at the service line, which means Choco Mucho has a full front line.
Well, that's the tale of the two teams.
With a serve, targeting Abiliana. Louie goes to Viray from the back row. Outside.
You know, I have to say they are Farm Fresh. They're clearly missing the services of Chisho Tubu. But it is a fact of life. When you get cramps, it's really hard to come back.
Sayang kasi she already has 31 points. 1 point shy of her career high, which she also scored against Choco Mucho in the All-Filipino Conference. Romero goes to La Rosa, who has been big in stepping up. Joust at the net. Alba to Cat. Good up by Abeliana. La Rosa rolls it to the other side. Nunag forced to give it to CC. Off the fingertips.
Yeah.
Louie to Micah. Checked at the net. Pierre from the back row drops it. Tries to find a way to score. Rondina.
Oh, there's a challenge.
There will be a floor touch challenge. Called by Coach Benson.
I was actually wondering what the challenge was because CC Rondina got that point fair and square.
This will be big.
The floor on Tamponce.
Yes, Tamponces.
Right, yeah.
From that drop shot from Micah.
Yeah.
La Rosa. What a game.
What a game. What a game. You wanted 5 sets. We got 5 sets, but it's not just any 5 sets. I mean, it's a close 5th set.
Actually, you know what, Nareen? I really think Choco Mucho needs this win. Because out of their 2 wins, it was hard fought against Capital One and Galleries that pushed them to 5 sets. They haven't found their footing in terms of, getting that convincing win, I would say. So I think this will help them in their soul searching and finding that grit again. The killer instinct.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
A lot of talk about them, but it's just the start of the conference. You have the break to actually figure things out. You have the next round, and we will see. As long as after every game you learn.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah.
And then, it's a long conference. That's why there's a lot of time to make adjustments. Coach Benson taking this time to give instructions to his team. The crucial call here, 8-11. Referees are trying to wait for the footage to be shown. Our fans inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig enjoying the volleyball action, trying to keep themselves entertained as we wait for the result of this challenge.
But I bet they're hungry though.
People
It is almost 10.
Tapos yung naglalaro pa, Farm Fresh tsaka Choco Mucho, parehong food brand, di ba?
And we have a lull. Let's just enjoy the last play. This is the last playing day of the year.
No, last weekday, game day. We have more volleyball action in store on Saturday.
Okay.
Exciting action again before we go on to the break. Here's the result of that challenge. Oh, looks good. Hey, and Tang flexes on him. Let's go, Tang.
I love her smile after that. It's like, come on. You don't think I can? I can go for that.
Mars Alba at the service line. But before that,
that was a good one.
Farm Fresh was called for a timeout. Let's listen to their huddle. Ang layo na ng inabot natin. Great words from the veterans of the team, Noreen. It's their last chance to go for a run here in the set. Score is 8-12 in favor of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
Yeah, and they know they're so close in getting their third win, right?
Yeah. La Rosa rolls it to the other side. Rondina elevates. Good read by Delerio. Kate.
Oh, chance
give
ball.
A free ball for Choco Mucho. Mars goes to CC. Who else but Rondina?
No look. Went down the line, realizing that her cross courts have been answered by Delerio, or have been checked.
8-13, 2 points away from getting another win here in the All-Filipino Conference, and that roll to the other side is good for Viray.
Yeah, that's a huge kill for Caitlin Viray. That should also help boost her confidence here in the fifth set.
Full front line now for Farm Fresh. Louie with the service. Targeting Bia. Nunag scores and puts Choco Mucho at match point.
Multiple match points at that.
This is the cushion they need. CC at the service line. 14-9. Louie, Kate off the hands of Ponce.
They're not done yet talking about Farm Fresh Foxies. Can they dig deep? Do they have it in them? That's a great question.
La Rosa with the serve. Over reception.
Well, not a time to get sloppy with your floor defense. You have to be 100%.
Coach Dante not taking any chances, calling for time. Let's listen to what he has to say to his team.
Okay, pasa lang naman yun, ha? Pasa lang naman, ha? Pasa lang, ha? Okay, balik lang, ha?
Pasa muna tayo.
Okay. Sip tayo, ha? Sip tayo, ha? Che, ikutan mo rito, dito tayo, ha? Ito, naghihintay na dito. Decision tayo rito. Decision ka, ha? Mag-practice tayo.
Girls, focus! One! Choco Mucho!
Take a look at that replay, Noreen.
Yeah, that was an overpass. Again, not a time for that. You realize that what happened in the third and fourth set, you have to finish if you're Choco Mucho.
La Rosa with the service. Targeting CC. Another service ace for La Rosa.
Well, the minds of the Titans playing tricks on them. They got to shake it off, ward it off.
Fourth ace in the match for Farm Fresh. First here in the 5th set. Targeting CC again. Molde.
Oh, still alive. Oh,
Net touch. There will be a challenge. Of course, there will be a challenge.
well, I didn't see that. Second referee was in front of me.
14-12. Make or break time. A successful challenge will push us to 13-14. An unsuccessful challenge, meanwhile, will give Choco Mucho the win.
Oh, they're out of challenges. That's what Coach Josie's saying. Referee.
The referee's challenge. They're calling for a referee's challenge instead.
Okay. After all of the commotion, it was a good call.
And just like that, Choco Mucho gets their 3rd win of the conference at the expense of the Farm Fresh Foxies in an action-packed 5-set thriller here in the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City.
Well earned. I mean, for both teams, it was a great match. I mean, a lot of times you're going to say, Farm Fresh, you're done. But they came back, you know.
Yeah.
They pushed us. They pushed Choco Mucho to a 5th set. But Choco Mucho prevailed. Barely prevailed.
A win is a win, as they say. Choco Mucho now at 3 wins here in the conference. But a good fight again from the Farm Fresh Foxies, who has a lot of time to regroup after the long break that we will be having here in the PVL. It's the last game of the Foxies and the Choco Mucho Flying Titans for 2024. In a few moments, I will be turning you over to Alexis Tensai, who is with our player of the game. Alexis?
Back here in the Phil Sports Arena, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans have now risen and dominated over the Farm Fresh Foxies in 5 grueling sets. And with me, Flying Titan player of the game, no other than Mars Alba with 25 excellent sets and 1 ace. Congratulations, Mars. So Christmas came early as you guys take a win for the last game of the year. Anong pakiramdam makuha tong panalong to? Gaano kasaya yung magiging Noche Buena ninyo?
Siyempre, thank you kay Lord na nakuha namin yung win na to. Yun, masaya kasi magpapasko kami ng panalo. And yun, thank you po sa Choco Mucho community.
And with that, dikitan din yung set 4, ang dami ding naging challenge. So, gaano kalaking factor yung communication all throughout the game?
For us, siguro yung consistency lang, communication talaga, yun yung medyo kailangan pa namin paghirapan talaga.
Ano sa tingin mo yung maipapakita nyo pa as Flying Titans for this upcoming next year, PVL 2025?
Hoping kami na makakuha pa kami ng maraming panalo and paghihirapan pa namin yung mga training sa mga susunod na games. Sana supportahan nyo pa rin kami.
Okay, ngayon sino yung mga gusto mong batiin? Yung fans ng Choco Mucho na nanonood ngayon?
Hello po sa Choco Mucho fans. Maraming salamat po sa PVL fans, sa Choco Mucho Management, kala Sir JCN, Ma'am Liz Ann, and sa lahat po ng sumusuporta sa PVL, sa Alba family, hello po.
Congratulations again.
Happy birthday, Ate Jem.
Happy birthday again, Ate Jem Ferrer. Congratulations again, Mars Alba and the rest of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Don't go away, we have more games this coming Saturday. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Alexis. Congratulations, Mars Alba, instrumental in that Flying Titans 5-set win our year is not done yet. Our games on Saturday, we have the Galleries Tower High Risers and the Cherry Tigo crossovers at 4 p.m. for our first game here in the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, followed by the Signal HD Spikers and the Petrogas Angels to wrap up our 2024 game days here in the PVL All-Filipino Conference at 6:30 p.m. Thank you for joining us today. It was an intense 5-set thriller. My name is Miguel de Guzman. Together with my partner, Noreen Go, Alexis Tensay, and the rest of the crew, we wish you a good night and a Merry Christmas from the PVL.